Wow. Right. Okay. So, huge, legendary crash there from my PC. So, whoop, time to start. Indeed. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor this because I've got rendering lag coming out of my what's-its here. So, don't actually fully understand exactly what's going on, but we'll get there. We'll sort it. Right, let's go and join Discord.
When I kicked you in the balls, it was an accident, I swear. I didn't mean it at all. You're such a good friend to me, and I don't want to lose your trust. Please forgive me for my mistake, and don't hold a grudge or fuss. I hope you're feeling better soon, and that your jaws are intact. You can kick me back if you want, but please try to be exact. I value our friendship so much, and I hope you do too. Let's put this behind us and move on.
Don't know what I've just joined into, but there you go.
That's actually pretty good. I gotta say, that's actually pretty good.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I would think that a human wrote that.
That's a poem from Meg. When she beat you in the guts.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, and maybe wear a cup or two. I mean, that's clever. You know, that's taking cup out of its usual context.
Yep.
No, really, that's really. I mean, or two is probably a bit wrong, but it's clever.
Yeah.
When I stopped using autocorrect on the mobile, when it changed, I burnt my Kievs to I burnt my kids. I thought, I'm going to get arrested for this. Like, I shall turn this off.
Yeah, that's autocorrect can be a bit, yeah.
Like, let's not get out that.
I've obviously written far too many swears because now it's starting to autocorrect regular words into swear words. I still get duck a lot, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, good to go, I think.
Yeah.
You also got the golden.
Yes, I got those bits. Yep. Right. Yep, ready to go.
Okay, folks, so after last week, you did a really decent job of laying waste to the demons, but as you know, you probably don't have very long before they start to come back to life in this rather bizarre place. And you tried to escape, but for some reason you couldn't just walk down a corridor.
Oh, yeah.
You got confused and turned around every single time you tried it. So, as the dust is settling in this room, what are you going to do?
Right, I say we now grab the heads of the demons that we've killed. I don't care about the bodies or the rest of it. At the end of the day, throw them through the transporter because they will find it really hard to reinvent themselves without a head.
I think that's a great job for Garvis.
Okay, so it's a great job for an axe. Let's put it up.
That it is.
So yeah, Garvis will wield his axe in anger on the necks of these fiends.
Oh,
Right.
gross.
Good couple of
That's
chops and
gross.
you're through.
Yeah,
It is gross, but it's effective too.
yeah.
Ugh.
Then let's grab their heads, and as we go back down this corridor, so we'll head over to the door here.
Mm-hmm.
Are the bodies still there?
Yep.
Right. So as I go down the corridor, I will lop off heads and throw them back to whoever's following me.
It's going to be difficult because there's quite a lot of bodies in here.
A couple of chops.
Right.
Ugh.
The heads of the Balguras, the big ape-like things, are kind of this sort of size. So they're quite chonky. I mean, they're basically
Nobody's willing to follow you down the corridor.
Well, chuck them into the bag of holding then.
No, don't.
There's not enough room.
No.
Just don't have space to bag of holding.
Okay. Well, in that case, however many I can carry.
I pick them on Reinhorn. I think
Is
he needs you,
anyone else going
Reinhorn.
to follow with a head or two in hand?
Yep. Yeah, I'll grab a couple. Yeah, a few.
Okay.
I'll grab a couple as well.
I'll get a small one.
I'm just going to remind you,
Yuck.
last time, that when you observed this process taking place, you saw the shattered body of a demon that had been destroyed by you. Literally just I mean, it was instantaneous. It went from being the shattered corpse to being an intact thing that attacked you. Okay.
Okay, so just taking the heads, possibly
Yep.
not enough.
Got it? All right.
Okay, so I reckon that I could run a body over to that transporter from that room in probably about a minute. Is that reasonable?
Less than that.
Less than that. Okay, I'm just going to take the whole body. I'm just going to pick up the whole body, and someone operate the transporter.
The body of which creature?
I'm going to start with the flying demon.
The Nabasu. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So someone go and
So,
operate the transporter.
Basically, got the Nabasu's body over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You're yomping along. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
Okay.
Make it an advantage.
Okay. I'll roll it twice then.
That'll do. Okay. So you pick this thing up, you got it over your shoulder, and you're yomping along with it. It's a bit gross, but you're committed to the idea. And despite your helmet, you're just looking out the corner of your helmet, and basically you've got this thing's décolletage, shall we say. You've got just the sort of top of its chest under its chin, and you notice something that you'd not noticed before. Embedded in its skin is this strange black. It's almost. It's a lump of crystal, but it's not. It's faceted, but it's matte, and it just seems to be embedded in this thing's chest.
Okay. All right. Who's is anyone ahead of me? No, probably not. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. I'm going to mention it to Lyra and the other and Nira as I run. I can just to say, check out the other demons, see if they've got a crystal as well.
Okay. All right. So, what are you going to do? You're in this room. What are you going to do?
Well, apparently, I'm in
Describe
here.
your actions, guys.
So I guess I will go over and I will slide that lever over to.
Yep. It's already slid to the right place.
Yeah.
Can
I'm
the
assuming
rest
that you turned it off when you left, so
Yeah.
you
Turn it on.
crank the handle. Yeah.
can the rest of us carry a demon, or do we have to basically have help?
Well, you can't carry the Balguras on your own. That's got to be a two-person job
Right.
Okay,
because they are big and heavy.
but the other ones we can and individually carry.
Good. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Garvis.
I'm going to grab one under the armpits and drag it along.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're going to do that with one of the Rutakin, the tough but not but warty and weird things. Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. So these things.
I chuck the head of
Ones-
whatever it is I carried down the hall in, and then I'll guard the
Right.
lever.
Sorry. Hold on a second. When you say you're chucking the head in, what are you doing?
I follow Garvis's example. of
Okay,
whatever he did.
so no
Right.
wanted
So
to
we haven't
talk
resolved
over
that yet, so
Discord.
if you just want to hold on to that
It
thought.
does
I'm holding on to
look
that.
like
Right, so,
I've still got some
Garvis,
issues.
you
So
switched the power on. This thing
if
is
for whatever
down,
reason
like you were
the stream
before.
goes down
There's been-
again,
there's been
I
sort
will
of that
be
pulse, and then
stopping
it's
the stream.
stable, and it's
We'll
sitting
carry on
there.
playing,
I'm going
but
to-
we will have to
I'm going to
stop the
cut
stream.
this weird crystal out of the chest of this
Okay.
thing.
Grab a dagger out and you carve it out of this thing's chest.
Right,
Gross,
right
but
out.
you get it out, yeah, and it plops into your hand.
And then I'm going to chuck the body through the portal.
You're going to chuck the body through the portal. So
Yes.
So you've got the portal base like before, with the
Yeah.
lights on it, and it's
Yeah.
just sitting with the lights on.
Yeah.
If you
so
remember what happened previously when you what happened previously when you stood on it was there was a brief pause and then a flash of light and you disappeared and people disappeared. Well, first person to do that was Reinhorn actually.
Okay, so I
Okay.
will put the body on the portal and step back.
Okay, you put the body on the portal, you step back, and the body's still there.
Damn
The
it.
lifeless
Elira,
body is still there.
Delira, these crystals that we're taking out of these bodies, can we see if they're magical or not, please?
Yeah, I was gonna check.
There's only
Can-
one crystal, one body.
There's
None
only
of the
one
other
crystal,
bodies have
one body.
crystals.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
The other bodies have crystals.
No,
Right, so can we check
Sorry, again, we
that?
resolve that strand.
So, my thought would be that this doesn't have anything to do with whether this is alive or dead, because we all went through the portal carrying all sorts of crap. We didn't like pop through naked on the other side.
no, but it might need something living on the portal to trigger.
Ah, jeez. Well, guess we stack them as high as we can and then do it. Limit the number of times people are going through.
Okay, so how long was it between someone standing on the portal and it triggering?
A
So you
second.
Sorry, just a
It
second.
was about a second. Yeah.
Okay, so enough time to basically step on and step off.
Maybe step off. Worth a try.
Can we send
So you stepped on, you stood, and then it was about half a second, then it activated.
could we call a bunny rabbit from somewhere to stand on? could we call something that basically can be the living element to send it through? Because I'm not sure I want to be transported through with these walking
Over and over.
beasts
And caught on the other
They
side.
should mix together at the other end.
I can try.
Well, also, there's only so many trips you can make without suffering
The
sickness.
Reinhorn effect.
Yeah.
Do you think that would work?
Correct.
I can give it a try. We can give it
Yeah.
a try.
So what are you going to conjure? At the moment,
Okay.
the Navas's body is kind of lying on top of this thing. You've sort of scrunched it up a bit and stuffed it on top.
Yeah.
And then stood back.
I balance
Kind
the
of,
head on top.
lifted the wings up, sort of curled them round and put it on top. So he's sitting there as this kind of leathery, kind of slightly sulphurous smelling leathery thing.
Actually, no,
At least it doesn't smell bad like the others do.
I've got the perfect idea. We've got an empty jail cell down the bottom that's
That's fine.
Oh.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it lockable?
So this
Didn't somebody destroy the wires going across the bars though?
Yeah, but we've got some spare wires.
May do it. Come on.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to try conjuring the bunny first?
Well, we're going to need a lot of bunnies.
We're gonna have to stack these things high. You know, if it was hard
Just-
to get this thing on here,
Put them in the
Just
put-
equivalent animals, right?
Got the Balgura.
Time, guys, time. Come
Yeah.
on.
let's
I'm not penalising
prison
this
cell.
conversation.
prison
It's
cell,
fine.
Yeah.
prison cell.
I'm not assuming you're all stood around having some, doing your nails and whatever. I'm assuming at this point that this is rapid thinking. It's your actions I'll count, not your
No.
conversation.
Take them
Yeah.
to jail.
Delira,
Okay.
can you turn me into an ape, please? And then I'll scoop up all the
no.
bodies and carry them down to the prison cell.
I don't have a polymorph on me.
Ah, okay. In that case, come on then. Let's take them down one at a time.
I can become a pack horse or a
Right.
mule of some kind.
Let's
And
drag this
I can
down.
carry.
So in order, I'm going to basically do that thing. Then I'll need help with the Balgura. We've got 2 Balgura to take. Is that right?
2 Balgura to take, yes. And is there 8 of these? No, 9 of these.
Thingy
No,
kid
go
or
back
whatever.
on up.
There are
Teeth dudes.
2 Balgura,
Yeah.
1 Nabasu, 6 Rutakin, and the really vile, weedy guys, there's 10 of them. 10
Yeah,
mains.
but they keep exploding, so there's really nothing for us, unless we've got a big bucket. There's nothing we can.
That's right.
I'll roll shape into a mule for the
So basically,
carries and stuff.
in order, the Nabasu, then the Balgura, then the Rutakin.
I've already dragged a Rutakin down with me, so
Yeah.
there's one Rutakin down here already.
Okay.
I'm now going
You
to
figure that the more powerful ones are the biggest issue, especially, most notably, this.
The Balgura, the black wing thing. Whose name I can never remember.
Yeah.
Nabasu.
Okay.
Nabasu.
Kong time.
Nabasu and then once we've got them all in there, we will lock the door and
Right.
wire it up.
So you are taking them down. You're not worrying about conjuring woodland beings or anything like that. You are just going to go and lock them up in the
Yep.
in the jail. Okay.
Okay, I'm currently a huge ape, angry ape. I'm going to pick up the two big apey things that nobody's going to be able to drag. And I'm going to unceremonious drag them, one in each hand, by one of each leg, and then down the corridor, stop, pick up whatever bodies I can on the corridor, stick them on my shoulders until I feel like I'm overloaded, and then I'm going to walk down here as an ape.
Here's what happens. You grab. Bear in mind that you are. How big are you?
I'm huge.
You're huge. Can't
Yeah.
fit down 5 foot wide corridors if you're huge.
I'll breathe in.
Large creatures can, but huge creatures can't.
I'll breathe in.
You're too big.
I should have thought about that. Okay. What's the next thing that I could do?
Well, you can fit up. You can shuttle kind of between here, and about where you are stood at the moment. So you can help.
It's not going to be much of it's not going to be much of a help, is it? I mean, Delira's already said that
Delira's pretty cool.
already going to go for a mule anyway.
Into a mule.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. In that case, I won't polymorph.
So Garvus will help load them onto Delira. Onto Delira's back.
The mule.
Yeah,
Okay.
onto the back. Delira can take the 10-foot corridor, at which point Reinhorn can pick them up. Yeah. Excuse me, sorry.
That'll work then, will it?
No doubt.
Okay, so I'm back up in here. Can I actually try and drag one of these big ape things out?
Right, sorry about that.
What, on your own?
Yeah, just kind of like pick it up by the
needs two of you.
testicles or something.
Right,
No,
okay.
it's 2 of you because they're heavy.
Garvus will come and help.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hang on a second. No, it's a mute point. We're not going to get them down the 5-foot corridor.
Why aren't we?
Yes, you are.
They're 10 foot.
these
They're
are
10
large.
foot, aren't they?
It's not huge.
Large, not huge.
Ah, okay. Delira, do you fancy coming to the door and put this end of this rope in your mouth, and then you can drag one.
Let's just work this through. So, you take the Nabasu down and dump it in the cell.
Yeah.
Okay. You take the 2 Balgura down and dump it in the cell. At this point, it's been with the various things that you've tried and with the various kind of stuff that you've done post the fight, post knocking them out. You're touching probably about 15 minutes. Okay. So you are working like Topsy to get these things down here. But the Balgura take a bit of effort. You manage to get them, all 3 of them, into the thing, and you notice that the Nabasu twitches, and Garvus makes the decision, slams the door closed.
Yeah.
Muggsy, are you by that door?
Yeah.
I have managed to get one of these teethy dudes in there as well. Because I've been dragging that sod around.
Right.
So,
Remember that the others took over an hour to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, the important thing is the Navasu and the Balgura. So
Okay.
get that door wired
So,
shut.
Garvis, you slam the door closed. Everyone is down there, including the mule, who will be sweetly named Muffin at this point.
I'll move you, Mugsy.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Mugsy, are you going to lock the door?
Which door?
the door of the
The
cell.
door that Garvis is stood in front of, the cell door.
Sure.
You need someone to pick it to lock it.
Oh, got it. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
So that's going to be inventory.
But it needs to be done in a hurry.
Okay. While
You've
he's
got one
doing that,
shot.
can I be weaving the wire across that we tore before? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that you've got absolutely no idea. So what you do is you start grabbing you actually notice that the wire that was kind of torn off, there's ends sticking out. So what you do is you start grabbing the ends and twisting them on and just hoping that that's going to do.
Go for it, Mugsy. Roll the bones, man. Roll the bones.
Go for it.
Hey!
Okay. The door, you literally catch. I mean, for some reason, there's just this intense sense of calm comes over you, despite the fact that that thing is looking at you, right? And you just ignore it, and you just feel each of those tumblers in turn, and you click them all into place, and then you clunk, and you just withdraw your tools. Right. That thing is in there, and it is looking at you.
Twist all the cables together and do whatever so that we can bridge the cables across to where.
Garvis is madly doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just
I
realised
get some.
before that the cable on this is not neatly arranged.
Right. It is looking at all of you now. So now we're going to have initiatives.
Damn it. That's more like it.
The bodies of its companions are not moving.
Yet.
It's worth saying. No,
So
but
why
it's
is
important to
that?
say that, yeah?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Which initiative do I roll?
Oh, it's in.
I would drop the donkey phase and because
Now wrong with a mule? You laughing at my mule?
Do I roll initiative as the donkey or me?
That mule doesn't like it.
A mule, I think. All right.
Crap. Where did I go for that?
Doesn't mention. I roll it as that and see what we get. And we'll turn back. Well, depending on what happens.
All right. Everybody's done, yeah?
Yes.
I'm gonna end up like those camels.
ooh, maybe I could sell you in the I just thought of an awesome thing. Okay.
Garvis, you don't know whether you've succeeded yet or not. Mugsy, what are you going to do?
I shoot it with an arrow.
Actually, sorry, just one thing. Gonna move you because you were stood there, of course,
Okay. Let me.
because you've just locked the door. I'm actually going to lock the door. There we go. Door is now locked. So, Mugsy, what are you going to do?
Shoot it with an arrow.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because it's moving.
Okay.
Just
Right.
don't hit wires.
Nope, not gonna hit the wires.
Sure.
Fairly sure. I mean, how tight is this mesh, bro? How tight is this mesh?
Yeah, you can probably aim through there. As given the position that you're in, you can put it right up against there and fire.
Wasn't a great shot, but we'll take it. Come on. There.
It's a miss.
Dang it. A little bit nervous on this thing.
It
Someone
just
help me with these
it just
wires.
leans to one side as you fire at it. Now what are you going to do, Muggsy?
I help. I do whatever I can to not screw up Garvis's attempt to get this done. I will help as much as I can.
Okay. So you are continuing to seal up the wires that Garvis was just doing.
Yes.
It's a bit of a concerning one because obviously, technically, Garvis was kind of stood next to you, knotting these wires together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to carry on knotting wires.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Illyra?
Yeah, I'm basically knotting wires as fast as I can help as well.
You're going to help Muggsy with wire knotting.
I'm doing
Okay.
the ones.
There's only two people could.
I'll read. Garvis is doing the middle ones, and Muggsy's doing the bottom ones.
Right. The problem is, Muggsy, is you're not going to do any this turn because you've already had your action.
Fair enough.
As you fired an arrow at it. So,
Fair enough.
Illyra, you get an action on it. You're working on it. The two of
Muggsy,
you
you want to move out the
blocking
way?
door.
Yes. Well, I'll scoot out of the way
Thank you.
with my
No.
movement.
It's not your go.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. I'm going to let you move. I'd say the reason I'm going to let you move is because otherwise, sorry, I just moved you. Otherwise, that's not fair because I didn't actually say that you couldn't do the thing. So you
That's
didn't
all
have full
good.
possession of the fact you're in your round. So that's fine. So Illyra is doing that. You're like, okay, I've shot at it. I don't think I can help. So you back out of the way. Cool. Illyra, is that what you're doing for this round? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm helping Garvis get these wires connected as fast as possible.
Cool. Muffin, what are you doing?
I think I'll be changed back into my normal form.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Are yours medium-sized? Or are they?
They are medium, but they have the carrying capacity of a large beast.
Yeah, they have the carrying capacity of a large creature, which is really handy. That's actually
Yeah.
really good for tight turns and stuff. That's actually a really useful thing to have.
Yeah.
I reckon that might be one of the most useful from a sort of technical standpoint. Well, it's another one of those really useful tricks.
Yeah. Only 11
Yeah.
hit points though.
Your best Eddie Murphy donkey impression.
Okay.
I'm back to normal.
And Garvis says, "I've got to go and save my ass." All right. So you're turning back. Anything else?
I don't think there's much else I can do.
Pressing the wrong button multiple times. Okay.
I'll stay.
All right.
I'll move one across into the corner.
All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Badoo. Okay, Illyra, could you please make a charisma save? DC 16.
I can try.
Notice this thing is staring at you. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it can do damage, can't it?
You take 11 points of necrotic damage. And that's reduced your hit points,
Max hit points. Oh gosh.
maximum hit points by 11. It's continuing to bore its eyes into you. Reinhorn.
Quick question. I don't think I'll be. I don't think somebody will be happy for me actually asking this, but does that effect stack with previous effect? How do we remove? Well, Garvis has got 14 hit point damage from last time, off his maximum.
So his maximum has been reduced by 14. Yeah.
Yeah. So when does that go?
Mm-hmm. Long rest.
Long rest. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Long rest.
Okay. I'm trying to be diplomatic. Right.
Or one of the other, various other effects.
Okay.
Restoration, yeah.
Restoration should do it, I would have thought.
Yeah, greater does, but it costs a lot.
Greater restoration, and of course something like Wish would as well. yeah, casual. But what I'm saying is that, you know, there are obviously other spells in the game that would do it, but a long rest will cure it right up. Oh no,
Yeah,
I
no
like
worries.
short or long rest actually.
Yeah, okay.
So short rest will work in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if a short rest would work, lesser restoration wouldn't work, would it? Doesn't matter. I don't have it anyway. I don't have it equipped. Oh yes, I do. One condition afflicting it. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm going to cast lesser restoration on Illyra because it can either one disease or one condition afflicting it. I believe the max. It's not a condition.
Oh, no.
It's not a condition.
Oh no.
The condition. Oh, actually, it's preset. Yeah, it's preset, isn't it? Yeah, it's preset in the thing. So no, it's not going to be that.
Blinded, charmed,
Right, okay.
exhaustion, frightened, grappled, incapacitated, invisible, paralysed, petrified. Those things.
Okay, I'm going to quickly make a pair of mirrored glasses and tell Illyra to put them on. Okay. Joking aside, you said.
Frog of southern Sri Lanka, isn't it?
Yeah. So you said only two people can help with the thing. So that would be Garvis and Illyra at the moment. Yes. Right. Okay.
Yep.
I've got nothing that I can really do apart from get out of the way. I'm going to move over to here so Garvis can get up to where he needs to go once he's finished dicking around with the very important wires that he broke. But what I am going to do is I'm going to... it's not a person. It's not a humanoid, is it? So I can't use that. What's this going to do?
Charm person. No. No, it's a demon. It's a fiend.
I got command. No, I don't. Right, okay. Let me just move this across so I can read it properly.
What are you looking at?
Right, I'm going to cast Bane on it.
I cast Bane on it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Must make a charisma saving throw. Up to 3 creatures of choice that I can see. Whenever a target that fails his saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw. So that'll start on its next turn. Okay.
Yep. Okay. What's the DC?
400. On a D100. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just DC 16.
Yeah, it failed the save.
Yeah, it doesn't do now. It's on its turn because if it makes an attack or something or needs to make a saving throw, if it fails, it needs to roll the 4 and then you subtract that from. I'm just thinking it might stop a hit.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw, and it failed, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll d4.
Well, I'll also cast it on. I'll do it on the two large dudes as well that are currently unconscious, stroke dead, just in case they actually come to life again.
You can't cast spells on unless your spells.
So there you go.
These
okay.
are dead. So
yeah. So you know, you just need to make sure that at the start of its go, it rolls that DC 16.
Yeah. Just remind me. That's all.
I will do.
Just remind me of the saves and everything.
Okay.
Okay. You done?
I take some chewing gum out of my mouth and hand it to Garvis. Help?
Okay, Garvis.
Garvis gives Reinhorn. Garvis rolls his eyes at Reinhorn and gets back to twisting the wires together. How far out am I finishing?
You reckon that between you and Illyra this round, you will have pretty much sealed up all of the little bits that are there. You don't know whether you're then going to need some more. The thing is, this seemed to be holding back a thing that was incorporeal, and you've locked this in here, so you're not quite sure what
Physical, incorporeal. Well,
you know what the you're not quite sure what the effect here is going to be.
no,
It's just confusing. What you do notice is that this is really just all over the place, this wiring. But
well, this is what I'm kind of hoping for. Okay, so
it's chaotic, but you're twisting all these things back together anyway, so that's fine.
so if I finished I finished my bit at the end of my round, at the end of my action, yes.
No, at the end of the round. So you and Alira between you will finish at the end. Oh, you're the last one anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be after Muggsy. So you will finish after Muggsy.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So in that case,
Start of Alira's round.
I'll say to everyone get out of here. I think his gaze attack is nasty.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's got beautiful eyes for a fiend. I mean, evil thing. No,
Okay.
yes, totally agree. Yes.
Right. Sorry, pressing the wrong button, guys. Muggsy, she'll go.
All right. I'll finish up the wire if it's not finished.
No, you don't need to. Garvis and
Then I'm
Alira
out.
are engaged in that.
Then dang straight, I'm out. I'm going to position myself where I'm guarding this door.
Welcome to the
That's it.
games, guys. So this is a 2D game that we're
John,
using
I'll take a
online.
ready to action. Shoot anything that comes towards this door
We've got myself here as Reinhorn,
from the other side.
Okay.
which I normally am in
Ready,
different avatar. So let me change that now.
You're now done. You and Garvis
There you
are
go.
looking at each other like.
Okay, follow instructions then. I'm
Jarvis,
coming out of here as
Dwarf
fast as I
Warrior,
can.
and Tank.
All right.
Alira, DPS Wizard. Alira, DPS. Well, DPS, yeah, DPS stroke party buffer.
Okay.
Muggsy, DPS
Okay.
melee
Just that
ranged.
far?
Myself, healer.
Yeah. I'm also going to.
It's token based and turnaround
Since I
based.
finished my job and I'm moving at the moment, I'm also going to.
And a little bit of
prepare to
role
cast a
playing.
cantrip if one of these things.
Which cantrip?
I am going for.
Any questions? Feel free to post them up on either Twitch and or YouTube, and I'll try and answer
I'm
them as
going
best as
for
I can.
Firebolt.
So you're going to cast Firebolt on what? What trigger?
Should one break through the door and come at us, I shall be throwing a firebolt.
So you're looking back into the room. Got it. Looking down this way. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Delira.
I'm going to double move up to where Muggsy, next to Muggsy, in the corner.
All righty. Okay, just have a quick look. Okay, Garvis, it looks at you and its eyes glow. Charisma
Still
save,
got-
please.
Protection from evil up, I believe.
What does that do? Give you a. How long does it last?
It lasts for. Oh no, I don't have it up. I thought it was an hour. It's only 10 minutes, so no, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not then.
Okay.
But I know also it was. You cast it before you got in the room, so.
I did.
Used
But we were on
Right.
combat time then, and then you said it's been about quarter of an hour or so since then. So
Yeah.
we're still within an hour of when I cast it.
You're
but
within an hour, yes. But it's 10 minutes, so.
Yeah, no, it's over.
But I thought you cast it before you went in, as in I thought you cast it when, in the when the action started in the corridor going down. I thought you said you'd cast it then.
No,
Might be wrong.
it was just before we went into this 5-foot corridor from the 10-foot corridor. When I opened the door,
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's when I cast it. But that was one long whole bit of combat.
Yeah.
That takes.
There was a little break in the middle. There was about a minute's break in the middle, but yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a moot point.
It's over. It's over. Yeah. Charisma
yeah.
save.
Okay, so
No.
it's yeah. Do you know the really funny thing about that? That's exactly the same score as it got on its charisma save against Reinhorn's team. Okay. Take 20 points of necrotic damage and reduce your hit point maximum by 20.
Ooh.
Garva's visibly sort of. I mean, actually, what you see him do, Ryan, is he's twisted these things, and he kind of looks up and you see this thing's eyes glowing, and you actually kind of see him crumple slightly, and his helmet just goes clong on the thing, and he's like, "Oh, struth," and he shakes his head, and you know that must have really hurt him.
Okay.
Okay.
Hope he doesn't catch one of the
It doesn't
horns off
move,
that
it just stands there.
the wire.
Reinhorn.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to go to there. I'm going to shout to Muggsy. Muggsy, Garvis needs those purple pills to keep his end up for longer. Must get some next time we're in town. And then I'm going to quickest way. Am I going to circumnavigate it? Never mind. Life transference. There you go. I'm casting on Garvis. You get 44 points of healing back. So that takes up to your 60 max, and I take 22 damage. Reinhold just kind of like doubles over a little bit. Okay, that wasn't quite so much fun.
22 points of damage is more than just leaning over. That's like an axe stroke to the back of the head.
And then he farts and he goes, "No, it was just gas. It was just gas. It's fine. I'll walk it off. Don't worry." God damn.
Your go.
Okay, so wiring finished.
Yep.
Get out of there.
And you're out of there. What I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm just going to lock that door.
Yes.
Okay, just so you don't accidentally open it.
Yes, please.
If you want through it, obviously I can unlock it. Okay. Probably don't want to go back in there again.
Now,
You.
so here's an interesting question, John. Okay, so Garvis is down to a maximum HP pool of 60. If we were then to take an hour, okay, that will then put him back up to his max, as well as Illyra up to a max. Now, because I overhealed, would my extra 13 points stay?
They're gone.
So once we take an hour short rest, he's going to have a current HP of 60 because that's what his maximum is at this moment. Okay, gotcha. That's fine. That's fine.
So if you were now to take an hour's rest, Garvis would go back up to, was it 86 or something like that, your maximum?
Maximum.
94.
94, yeah.
94. Okay, so you go back up to 94 maximum, but you'd be on 60. So you still have to heal the 34 points. Yeah. It's a tough gig. This thing is by far and away not enough room, and it's a small text on screen. What?
So I forgot to go whisper.
Okay.
Why aren't my dice rolling on roll 20?
Right.
So I'm just going to just do a melee roll. 2 seconds. Yeah, my dice are no longer rolling on roll 20.
Yeah.
The only one that has, I think, was only one person's managed to do it.
Mine rolled.
Just check your settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Beyond
dice
20.
options. My dice options are enable advanced dice, enable 3D dice, automatically roll 3D dice. I mean, they're rolling on Beyond D&D Beyond, but they're not rolling on roll 20.
Have you checked your interface, your plugin? Click on that and see if that's one of the options that's missing.
Yeah, send beyond 20 rolls too, and then there's a lot of selections.
Extension options.
More options. You click on more options. Yeah,
Just
see,
think, 'cause mine are
use
working.
D&D Beyond's digital dice. So it's under. So if you click on the extension, open extension, more options. Scroll down.
Hang on. More options. Extension options.
Go to. Where is it? I just had it. No, I've went back to do it through define. Use D&D Beyond's digital dice. It should be the one right under type of roll, advantage, disadvantage. That should be toggled
No,
on.
you don't want to use D&D Beyond's digital dice.
That's what mine's set at,
Okay.
and it seems to be doing it.
Yeah,
Roll
that's
the
set
dice
on. It's set on.
Okay, well,
But
that's interesting. Maybe that is the thing that's wrong. I'm going to make a roll, John, if you don't mind.
Yep, go for it.
I'm just going to do a little dagger attack and see if it rolls on your
Yep.
screen.
And we'll see if it rolls.
And it doesn't. It did not.
I did not see your.
So
No.
what I'll do is I will, since this is happening to multiple of us, and by the way, I had to go in and fix my settings so that it would add the extra bit to the initiative.
Mm.
So it could be that there's been an update that's knocked out a couple of things. So I will turn that setting off and see if that does it.
oh, there you go.
That
Yeah,
good.
There you go.
it's done it.
Now,
Mine's just done. So yeah, turn it off and
Yep.
and then
just turn it
it'll
off.
yeah.
So what's the set?
Yeah,
There you go.
whoa,
There you go,
okay.
Muggsy. No issues.
Oh no, lots of ones.
That wasn't. I don't think that was me that rolled that one.
Yeah,
I'm still
Mugsy
trying to
10.
It's you.
Yeah, it was you.
It is me.
Because you
Holy-
rolled
Yeah,
that
you're
one,
blue.
and then a 1.
You're
okay,
dark blue.
Okay. So what's the setting?
Okay, got it.
Right, so if you go into the thing and then it says about you use D&D Beyond Dice Roller.
So you click on extensions at the top of your browser, wherever that is, beyond 20, more options, and then use D&D Beyond Digital Dice turn off.
If you have a look at my YouTube at Bugsy, then you'll see that it's being displayed there. So it's used D&D Beyond's digital dice, and then you switch the slider off.
You're just trying to get views.
What it is.
I'm after the subscribers on YouTube, mate. That's what it is. I want to hit 1 million by the end of this year, and it's not gonna happen this financial year.
I'm not gonna do it myself.
Go to options. You've already, yeah, you're off already.
Mine's off. Okay, so mine's good.
So that should hopefully now, if I roll.
Well, mine rolls on the screen anyway normally. So I don't normally
There you go.
push it in mine.
That's Garvis's,
Oh,
both of them.
As we're just in a little bit of a lull, I just need to go check something. So just if you guys give me a minute,
Yep, no worries.
just need to check on something. I will be back momentarily.
Back in a second.
I just thought I'd ask because I was thinking, well, they're not coming up on the stream. So am I having an issue with OBS, or what? So yeah. So I thought I'd just ask about the dice.
There we go. That fixed it. I don't know, Reinhardt. Are you sure you couldn't slide the screen over?
Yeah. The way that it's set at the moment, it's cut just right on the. That's the total screen, and it butts right up against all the pictures.
Yeah.
So if I add the thing in, the map's going to be even smaller, and you can
Let's
see
see.
the text of the
Yeah.
of the tokens.
The names down below.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
even if I went full screen, it's going to make it even smaller. And the text on there. I mean, I can give it a go.
Yes, no, nope, no need. Something. Not sure. I'm just looking through. Let's see. I guess if we got into a long discussion on a spell or something, John could click on the description and
What it is.
the DM guide on Roll20, and it would pop up on the screen, sort of like the show players thing.
Oh, I can do that anyway. Because I can always. Because if you have a look at the thing now, the stream now,
So if I was-
I'm on my character sheet on D&D Beyond. But if I go to sources, for example, and I go Player's Handbook, here we go. Turn that into another tab.
Or
It'll pick
you
that
could
tab up
go-
as well.
Here's something you could do too: is click the little I symbol in Roll20 for the compendium in Roll20 and click spell. And then click whatever it is, and it would display out onto the screen.
Well, there is that as well, yeah.
So another way
So
to
we've got a
do that.
fireball there. So that
Okay,
can come up.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, there
it
you
is.
go.
Yeah, boom, fireball. Just like that.
Yeah.
So that's another way. Instead of getting off the screen that you were doing and going back and forth between websites, that's the only thing.
Well, it's only a click on the tab on the top of the thing, which I normally do. But then when I'm looking at when I'm looking at what I'm thinking of doing, it means that the main screen's not up. So I normally have my character sheet out separate. But now I've got the spell descriptions up on the tab. I can put that back to how it was, and then you literally got the spell descriptions and the game, so I can switch between the two. You see.
Perfect. That seems to be easier to set up than using the compendium on Roll20. I'm not sure. Nope, John's back. Sorry.
John's back.
That's all right. I've been back for a while. It was only a couple of seconds, only like 30 seconds. I just had to.
Oh my god.
I did the extremely exciting job of checking on the dog. And very sadly, she is sat on the doormat, just looking terrified, which is just so sad. It's really need to find this dog a home. It doesn't include men. Sorry, guys. Doesn't like men. Actually, it's not that she doesn't like men. She's terrified of men.
Yeah, I've known several dogs like that.
Yeah, it's really sad. Don't know what's happened to her, but whatever it is, it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very sad. Anyway, back to it. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're out of initiative.
We're allowed a break. We're going to. I'm a little bit concerned about the effects from that little bitch there. So I'm going to insist that we potter around and do nothing strenuous for at least an hour. If that means getting back up and out of here, which we need to do anyway, because there's no other area that we can go to in here. We've exhausted this place. We've got that barrier thing up in that main room, but we've got to work out how we're going to get through that barrier. Now, I could try and dispel magic, but I don't know whether that'll work. What do you guys think?
Well, they mentioned the notes mentioned Drabin's notes mentioned a was it a tunnel or something in hangar warehouse 1? Was it warehouse 1? Gone. I do have transmute rock to mud, so I can clear some. I do have transmute rock, so I could clear some an area of debris or rubble if we need to.
Well, that's going through the portal room, though, yeah.
No, that was no. I mean, is the hangar that we went in? Is that warehouse 1 possibly? There was. We didn't really look any further in there. There might be something further back. That was warehouse 4.
That was warehouse 4.
That's warehouse 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, warehouse 1 was mentioned.
So past the old burning mushrooms, we've got that invisible wall thing, so we can piss back with that for a little while. It could even be that now we've actually got the wires reconnected, the circuits are in place, so it might be that maybe that's no longer triggered. I don't know. So I mean, we could always go and have a look. The only thing is that we've still got those shitty bodies, haven't we? That we've lopped the heads off of and what have you. So they will come back at some point.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, as long as we don't get into combat, as long as you don't stub any toes and take any damage for at least the next hour, you'll be fine. You know, or we can just sit here and close the door and have this as a defensible place because we've got one door in on each end. Oh, has the door at the bottom of the place where I am, John? Has that got a lock on it?
Mm-hmm.
The door here.
No,
It's got no lock on it.
I've locked it just to make sure you don't open it accidentally, but no.
Yeah, but if there's no physical
The only
lock,
was
then
on the cage.
okay.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
Well, we don't know what we've unleashed on the world, so maybe down here might be best.
Okay.
Elera, did you see any warehouse 1 markings on the transporter console when you were looking before? No, warehouse 4 was mentioned. Did you see warehouse 1 at all?
I don't know. Did I notice a warehouse 1, John?
No.
Oh.
No, Fred, I didn't see any warehouse 1.
Maybe it could be the hangar above, maybe warehouse 1. It mentioned there was a route through, and it was one of his last entries. It might be worth a look.
Where did you find his body?
In the hangar. Is it in the hangar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense if it was a
And
putting
what
two
was
teams
under?
together. His notes.
It was under a.
rock
fall, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be worth a look up there. And see
No,
if we
that's
can
a subtle clue. That's a subtle.
Yeah. Try and clear some of that
That's what
rock
that's
fall
referring
and,
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and clear some of that and see if there's a way through.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Are we waiting or are we going straight away to get out of this place?
Let's
Are we
go,
kind of-
let's go because we know there's still the other demons that.
Do you want to go with
So what
reduced
you do
HP though,
remember
or
is that when the other demons were in here, in this room, there's the other side of these double doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to sort of spring out and attack you.
No.
Mm.
No, that's true.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we
going
went
It's
in
almost like they were being herded.
Oh, well, maybe it was herded by the other demons. Maybe they're just on their own. They're not aggressive, particularly.
okay? So
We could
should we?
try-
Well, they were aggressive when you opened the door.
Yeah. But
Well, what I was
They
thinking.
didn't try and come through the door and.
all right.
Why don't-
Let's go grab the
Why don't we
bodies.
just close the door and see if they stay put where they are.
Yeah, but
Because we might need to go through there.
This room is a dead end.
No, no. Yeah,
We
but
might
so's
want
this
to go
room.
do something down the corridor and
So's
stuff,
the portal room. Lob them in with the portal room, because the portal room doesn't go anywhere, does it? So if they're not going to open the door here, then you might as well just lob them in here.
This room here is complete dead end. The portal room has a portal in it. We might need
Which
the portal.
goes to a dead end.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, but
if the
know
other
that for
end,
sure.
we don't. You know, I'm saying this room has nothing in it. It is completely empty.
No, it's
What's
not.
wrong with that room?
It's not empty. It's got a whole load of living demons in it.
What about this room?
All right.
That's got a door.
Oh, that room. Yeah,
Yes.
that room. That's got a door on it. Yeah.
All right.
And it's closer,
Yeah.
and it goes nowhere.
Right. We're chucking them in there.
That door has a
Done.
lock on it.
Right.
Woohoo!
We're chucking them in there and we're locking the door.
Yeah.
Right. Muggsy, I'm not going to make you roll.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to do it instead. I'm going to show you what a proper lockpick does.
Okay. You guys spend about 20 minutes scraping up what you can and basically moving it all in there and throwing it in a big pile. And then you slam the door closed and you lock it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay,
Done.
cool. Okay,
right.
so we can wait another
45
40 minutes.
since you.
Okay, so we can wait another 15 minutes, and then you guys will get your health
No.
back to max.
You
No.
haven't even started a rest at this point. No, of course
We
not.
haven't.
You've done strenuous work.
Right. Let's,
Well-
You've done
all right.
strenuous exercise. You've just been humping and dumping dead bodies into a room, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's fine.
John, while they're talking and doing their crap, John, while they're
Yeah.
talking and doing their crap, I'm going to repeatedly cast. Did it go?
Prestidigitation. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it twice.
I'm gonna clean myself up because this is disgusting beyond belief.
Okay, that's fine.
So when they get done
Doesn't take you
talking,
very
I'm gonna be
long.
pristine.
Yeah. Even the hairstyle is perfect.
Absolutely.
Like a shiny new
Comb
button.
comes out, you know.
Yeah. Hair was the first thing to get done, I think.
Bit like you know, what is it? Anglo-Saxon men complaining that the problem with Vikings was that they were far too well groomed, and therefore their wives' heads were turned because of these lovely, beautifully well groomed and nice smelling Vikings. And they're like, "Darn you Vikings and your cleanliness!" Brilliant. Yeah.
Coming
I
here
like that with Muggsy Light.
own of the neighbourhood.
Yeah.
Okay, so, John,
Look, even his boots
John.
are shiny.
John.
Yes.
So, if because Illyra, if Garvis didn't help getting the bodies into that room before we locked it,
Yes.
how long would it take?
Yes. Too long.
Well, what's
All
too
you needed was
long?
All hands on deck. You needed to all grab stuff and get on with it.
Yeah, so one person or two people out of 5 not doing. How long would it take us?
Too long.
Right.
Yes.
They would
It
have.
took you 25 minutes for 5 people.
So 5 minutes per person. Excellent. Right. So that's an extra 10 minutes. So that's 35 minutes. Right. Okay. So as a healer,
Maths works.
right. So I'm okay. So too long is not an answer.
Buddy.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put my foot down.
Right. Okay. Let me give you an answer then. Yeah. Let me give you a very precise answer. Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
That's fair. Okay. So there's 2 hours worth of work, just over. All right. 2 man hours, as we would call them in. Yeah, if we were measuring these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you've got 3 people doing it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's going to take you 40 minutes, 42 minutes thereabouts.
Okay, so I wasn't that far off. Right, so thank you. Okay, my advice is, Garvis, Illyra, you sit, you stand, you talk, you don't do anything strenuous because I am low on H. You guys have a negative deficiency. Okay, you need to clear those. Okay,
Sorry,
let us three do it.
Hang on, stop. Can I just actually ask John another question? John, when you're saying 40 minutes for 3 people,
Yeah.
we've already spent, is it 40 odd minutes getting the 4 things that we got down into the cage down there? We're not taking that into the equation, are we?
So this is an extra 40 minutes to do the cleanup because there is a lot of mess. Yeah.
So that's top
And
of,
so to do the cleanup, you need, as I say, it's about 25 minutes if all 5 of you pitch in, which is what I was assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, you distribute that amongst 3 people, it's 42 minutes. You've already been. You're already well at the start of that. You're well past 25 minutes past the end of the combat.
yes.
And therefore, you know that you're going to be in a position where they're very likely to be
doing
like that,
tasks.
and you're going to have to fight them again.
Yeah. We want to get them in that room as soon as possible. So I do understand where you're coming from.
Me too.
Rob, but I think that given the imprecise nature of our timing on these resurrections, I think I'd rather get them in there and locked up as soon as possible.
And then we can rest if we need to.
They're going to be a bit squished in there, aren't they?
Hey, fine.
No, not really, because they're mostly in bits, so it's not too bad actually.
Yeah. No, I mean when they're
You basically make this big pile of goo.
Yeah. They're 5 by 5.
It's rather gross actually.
Well, the big pile of goo, and also the other demons as well.
Well, all bar one, because one of them is down.
Yeah, one of them's down.
Right. The Nabasu and the 2 Balgura are locked in the in the thing.
Yeah. Well, we had the ones that explode that give you disease, and we had
the 10 mains, and then the 6.
Well, 5 now, because one of them is in the cell. Because Illyra carried
Oh,
that.
sorry, yes, one of them is in the cell, yes. And then you've got the 6.
Yeah.
You've got the 6
so,
Rutikin. Yeah.
Sorry, I see where you're coming from, Rob, and I appreciate the thought, but I'm a bit concerned about the timing. So I think it would be hard for Garvus to sit down and have a rest when he's worried that at any moment one of these demons is going to pop up and start taking chunks out of his mates.
And exploding goo all over the place again.
Do you see my point?
Rob?
Sorry, I fell asleep. Too much going on there. Okay, if that's what you feel, but if I cark it, you're all fucked. I'm just putting it out there. Okay.
No, fair enough.
If Illyra carks it, that's 50% of our DPS that's just got fucked. I'm just putting it out there. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
So let's just do it. The door's locked. Okay. Now what are we going to do?
Now we're going to take a long rest.
Long rest?
We can't.
Short rest.
Short rest.
Long rest.
Right.
So you can't take a long rest.
Go.
Are we?
Where
Are we going?
to take your rest?
Well, how about one of the rooms on the other side of the corridor? One of these over here.
Or the map room?
Map room. Okay.
Okay.
How about the map room?
What are you going to
Let's
do
do it.
with the mace?
Well, is the mace screaming?
Not at the moment, no.
But it
But it
will.
was
Should we put it back in the?
as soon as the Nabsi woke up. It was, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not at the moment. But I'm just
But
pointing out that obviously that room you're going to have coverage. Don't think there's anywhere that Reinhorn can go.
From here, would that be 5, 10, 15, 20?
No, that's no good.
No good. All right.
I'll go and sit in there.
This space.
Yeah, I mean, we
Awful
could
room
walk
works.
down here.
Awful
It's
room
nice
works.
to-
Yeah,
It's
pool
nice and
room
central.
works. This room up here with the mushrooms work. I can. We can examine the remains of the dragon.
Yeah. This one here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's big enough.
Okay, you'll get
Plus, we can have a look round and see if that barrier is still in place now that we've connected the wires back up. At least we can say yes, it is, and the wires have nothing to do with it, and it's something else. It's a thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
Illyria, can you make an Arcana check for me, please?
Yeah. Oh, well, bother, because rolling from the character sheet's shit.
Okay.
I rolled a bloody 2.
Yeah, I know. It happens.
Every roll from the character sheet is a shit roll.
You could always use one of your new abilities and take 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. I think I'll
Being the
take 10.
point. Did you use up all your points in that massive combat that like you said you were going to?
I haven't used any points up.
No, I don't want to use those just in case.
Well, hey,
That's always the problem, isn't it?
you
But,
can
yeah.
never prepare necessarily, but
I
it's
used
best
four.
to take.
No.
Sorry.
So do you want to take 10 on it then?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
going to use the mastery ability, yeah?
Yep.
You got proficiency in it, haven't you? Okay. So while you guys are sort of settling yourselves in, you start thinking about the wiring. You just think on it a little bit more, and you realise that when you were twisting the wires up regardless, you realised that the wires that were there didn't go outside of that space. So the wires that were very chaotic wiring that's around the cell is only on the cell. Okay? So it's not connected to any of the wires that are outside. So you're not sure how it could, the two things could connect. Are you with me?
Well, according to the diary that we read, it seemed to suggest that the demons, like an aura, something that the demons generated, actually was powering the barrier from the wires.
Mm-hmm.
So
What I'm saying is the two things don't seem to be connected, and the style of wiring seems to be different as well.
Oh yeah, the start of yes, yeah.
Yeah, we'll look
So,
at that crystal while we've got a break then and see what.
Does that mean that it's been done by somebody else?
Possible. I mean, we know there was another person. There was another who was here. Another one of these engineers.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in the diary, I'm sure. Another survivor, if you like.
It was mentioned.
Yeah, who then died because he tried to wrap the wires around himself, and the demons threw stones at him until he died.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Just in case you were thinking that that's what you do. I tried to put you off the idea without actually, making the point.
Wandering
It's
around
not going to help.
dressed up like Christmas trees. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I know I can't walk because I've got these things around my legs.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have wrapped it around both legs at the same time, you fool.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Is our short rest over? Have we managed to short rest?
Yes, your short rest is over
Hey.
Okay,
without
so that's
incident.
healing.
Yes. honestly don't know.
Short rest.
Yeah, somebody asked about the dragon bones. It looks like this dragon has been eaten. There's like normal, there's like teeth marks on it.
Hmm.
Some of the bones have been crunched as well. It's been here a while, a long while. The bones are very ancient and brittle, but some of them have been stood on and broken and so forth. But it also looks like it's been eaten.
Have a look at that demon crystal before we go.
So
just to
are we
see
now
if
saying
Yes.
there's
that?
anything on it.
So are we now saying that the dragon on the floor is now an ancient dragon?
Well, it didn't animate and start eating your face, so that's probably the first step. Right, so let's talk about the crystal, shall we? Garvis, are you getting the crystal out?
Yeah. Yes.
Where did you put it?
It was probably chucked it in the bag of holding while I was
Okay,
running around.
that's fine. As long as I know. Okay. You get it out, and I mean, it's definitely magical. I mean, it's still got a little bit of demon flesh kind of stuck to it, and you kind of carve that out. It's irregular. It's not like a nice cut gemstone or anything like that. It's just this weird irregular crystal. And it's black. In fact, looking into it is almost like you're looking into darkness. So it's matte. It's almost like there's no light from it, but you do turn it around and get an idea of its shape, and you can feel it. So it's about the size of a flattened ping pong ball. So imagine a ping pong ball that's been flattened a bit. It's that sort of size. Little, moderately weighty, like a rock of that size would be, or a pebble of that size would be. Perhaps not quite as heavy as a normal rock, possibly a little bit lighter, but not far off. It's definitely got quite a lot of, as you turn it over in your hands, it's got quite a lot of kind of rough surfaces. But again, because it's not reflecting the light, it's not very easy to see. And it's definitely got this magical aura, and it feels... you don't like holding it. It's definitely uncomfortable, and you think it's probably radiating something evil. Your inclination is to say, well, I almost don't want to take it, or if we do take it, we probably want to destroy this. We're not quite sure what it's for or what it's doing, and why this demon would have it embedded in itself.
I don't like this crystal. It's giving me bad
Do you mind
feelings.
hand it back to me for a second?
Yes, please take it.
Okay. I'm just going to go over and see if holding this crystal, if I sort of hold it in front of me, can I walk through this barrier?
No.
Okay.
No, same effect with the barrier. Good thinking, but
Should we just hit it with the mace?
Ooh.
Holy
Okay.
smighty.
all right.
What could
Do
go
you
wrong?
want to try doing that, Ryan Horn? Are you happy to wallop it? None of this counts as heavy activity, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wallop it. Yeah, okay. I'll go and walk
Yeah,
around
you're
to
gonna
the
stick it on
barrier.
floor, and you're going to bang
Oh,
it with a mace, yeah?
No, just where I am.
oh.
Just where
You don't
Garvis
want me to bang the barrier with my mace?
Oh,
Well,
no. Bang this
There
gem.
isn't anything to bang. There is no barrier.
Yeah. It's like a confusion thing more
Yes.
than barrier.
Okay.
So do you want to whack the stone?
Yeah, can do.
And by the way, Reinhorn, if you do walk across there in the room, the mace starts wailing. So
It was in the bag of holding.
it stops again when you get to there.
Yeah, it was in the bag of holding
okay.
anyway.
That's fine. That's not a problem then.
Okay.
Do you want to whack the crystal?
Yeah, but I don't think I
Okay.
did. Mind you, it is and it is on the floor, so it's prone.
Yeah, I mean, you basically smash it with the mace. Yeah, I
Oops.
mean, you don't need to.
It's not crystal. It was fake glass.
Really, just to give you an indication of what the effect is. And yeah, I mean, you smash it, and there is it basically cracks. You hear it smash and tinkle, and bits of it sort of go everywhere. And the weird thing is that that kind of darkness of that crystal like fades, and you can now see it's still black, but you can now see it more clearly. But there's bits of this, sort of shards of it all over the floor. And so whatever magic you think was within it, you think by breaking it, you've broken that magic.
Nice.
Just not sure
Oh, saved a spell.
what the magic was.
No.
Sorry?
Saved a spell. I could have dispelled the magic, but you know.
It was
Could
evil.
you
What
dispel the magic?
I think I can.
It was maybe how the
I'm
creature
awesome.
controlled things. I don't
It could be. It could be. Yeah. I mean, it was obviously controlling these other demons down this corridor like soldiers. So maybe that's
That was
what it was
method
doing.
of control.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I pick up all the fragments? Now the crystals, I take it like the magic energy has been depleted out of the crystal. So can I cast mending on the crystal to make it look like it was never smashed? We might be able to sell it if it's whole.
So you kind of go, ha ha ha, and then you pick up a bit of this crystal and you go, whoa! Because despite the fact that the magic has gone out of it, the magic has gone out of it, this thing is still radiating evil. I mean, Delora had this look on her face that was like, someone had done something kind of nasty in the room, and she was having to smell it as she was turning this thing over, and you get the same reaction. It's like, oof, no, I don't want to touch that if I could possibly avoid it.
Yeah.
You really just want to leave the bits on the floor now.
Okay.
Fair enough. Quite happy to leave them there.
Yeah, it's smashed. It's buggered.
Don't want to touch the evil stuff.
Oh, actually, is there anything that we can do to sort of like get one little shard, okay, or one big shard, wrap it up in something, okay, and then pop it in the bag of holding, and then when we're around about 1,000,000 miles away from this place, take it out and then drop it on the floor so that nobody can ever find it, because if there's a piece missing, they can't put it back together.
I like your thinking. I mean, the thing is, Garvis, when you first put it in the bag, you kind of noticed that feeling, but it was so momentary. You just put it down to the fact that you were carrying a demon over your shoulder. You didn't really think about it and throw it in the bag of holding. But as you were taking it out, was when you were thinking, oof. You got that feeling as well. I mean, all three of you, felt that it's unpleasant.
Yeah, let's take a piece and.
But
Do we think that will actually work?
That's not a.
Elira, do you think that would actually work, Elira?
Yeah, wrap it in a bit of mushroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, because that might decay over time.
It's fine.
The foods decay in the bag of holding.
It's fine.
The foods decay in bag of holding. The foods actually decay if they were put in a bag of holding.
No, they don't.
They don't. I can stock up on food and stick it in there.
I can just see some evil necromancer or something far in the future.
Oh.
It's like, damn it, there's always one piece missing when you buy these things.
The necro puzzler.
Exactly.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It's like the Necro Cube. Okay, yeah, so I like that idea.
What's next,
Okay. Well, we can't go through the invisible barrier. We're going to have to, I think, aren't we?
Okay.
Well,
I'm just gonna.
I'm just going to try this again. Now we've destroyed and dispelled this spell, just to see if that was the.
No, whatever it is still having that effect on you. It's really odd and confusing as well when you do it. When it happens, it's like a moment of confusion. You think, I can walk forward.
I think that's.
It's almost a walk point. Actually, you sort of hurl yourself forward, and then you sort of blink, and then you're 5 feet further back from where you were. Ever so strange.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'd say, unless anyone's got anything more to do down here, I'd say we're done. I say we get back up top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Concur.
Yeah.
I think so.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here, and I believe
You're going to take us to
going to
another
go. So
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, stream. We don't have any fancy effects for wibbly, timey-wimey type of wibbly wobbly kind of transmutation or and replacing of things.
Well,
But when it happens, you'll see it. It's magic at its best. Internet wizards are fantastic. And then all of a sudden it will be like a click of the fingers and then we'll appear somewhere else. It's fantastic. Unless John royally screws up, in which case we might lose a person. It might be Muggsy. This doesn't sound good. We've lost a person. Or we've lost the whole map. Oh dear. I didn't just jinx it, did I?
I did something stupid, which I've done before.
I just said to the stream, okay, so this is a place where we don't have any effects for wibbly wobbly, timey wimey type of moving. It'll literally be a click of a finger, and if John's done it right, we'll all be there. If not, Muggsy's more than likely going to be the one who's missing, and then you go, oh no!
There's a lira. I stuffed it up. Okay. All right. This is all a bit random, so just not worry about that. Okay. Just line you all up. Yeah. Anywhere will do. Move yourselves around as you see fit. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, guys. Here we go. There we are. And we're at the butt end of a ship. Nice ship. Okay.
Okay, so what's left to do? Take on the big bad on the boat?
Yeah, we got this dude that was around here somewhere on the boat.
Yeah, it was near the helm.
But we've got a load of spirits as well that we're going to have to navigate through that are all round this area as well, isn't there?
That's right. You've got the very pale.
Isn't this the pathway in?
Bodies of the passengers.
Isn't this the pathway directly to our east? Isn't that the pathway that led us to the control room place, the lounge? So we would be more this side than right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, because you said you were going back to the warehouse. Oh, wait, stop moving around.
Okay. No, I just thought because we would have to have come out of there.
We do have the warehouse to inspect, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where we found the body previously.
So the mace will be in the bag of holding, so we can sneak round. Okay. The mace is going to be in the bag of holding, so that we can sneak round.
You've come out and you've walked round to here.
Okay.
I was cutting out kind of lengthy fiddling, so you're in front of the warehouse, the entrance to the warehouse.
Excellent. Right. Are we going, Muggsy? Muggsy? Muggsy, what are you doing behind everyone? Go on, get in there.
I'm here. Hey, just move me. I tell you.
So, Muggsy, you walk towards the entrance to the warehouse, and you see that little low fence of cables that's laying across there, and you walk up to it because you're going to step across that like you did last time, and then suddenly you're facing your companions, and you don't really know what just happened to you.
Hey, little man. How you doing? Look, if you want to hug Muggsy, you just need to ask. Okay, you don't need to turn around and just stand there. Come on. Come on.
I'll do it a couple of times because that's just Muggsy. And then I'm just like, oh man, it's just like the other place.
This didn't happen when we first tried this, did it?
No, it didn't.
We didn't have.
Not sure what's changed.
We didn't have power on then, though. We hadn't activated the. We hadn't put the cube in.
That's true. You hadn't.
What do you guys think?
Well, we need.
Yeah. Not sure.
Do you want to try turning the power off and try again?
I don't think it was necessary.
I don't really want to turn the power off, actually.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if it was the power. It might be the power. We don't know, really, do we?
The thing The notes that you read suggested that there was something inherent about the demon that meant that they would be repulsed by this.
Yes.
So why
So
are
do we have something demonic that's making us get repulsed?
Well, not demonic. I mean, we've got these shards on us.
Have we got goop on our shoes and things? Can we
No,
clean our footwear and stuff?
Oh, the axioms.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone's got an axiom. So, Delilah, do you want to give it a try?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll
you
probably-
axiomless person, you.
I don't have an axiom. I don't think.
Yes, you
I think
do.
I gave it back.
Same effect.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we're just not wearing
It's
them.
Delilah.
That's right.
No, you've got them in your packs, but you are each
That's right.
individually. You're individually carrying them rather than.
Yes.
They're in the brass boxes, and so they're very quiet.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe. Well, I don't know.
What would happen if we put them in the bag of holding, Elira? In the brass boxes, in the bag of holding.
Would you like to try that?
Oh, Elira, your voice has gone very deep.
Before
That's
you do, may I suggest that Alira reads out the notes that she took from the
Yes.
from Vitus's diaries.
I think he did suggest that, yeah, shoving them into another dimension might not be the best.
Not be the best choice. Yeah.
No, he said his precise words were, "The interdimensional screamer was so great, my nose bleed." So, words to that effect, anyway.
okay.
So no, don't put them in the bag of holding. Whatever you do, don't put them in the bag of holding. Okay.
Even if they're in the bronze caskets.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't feed them after
So
midnight.
I see Muggsy kind of like take a step and then turn around, and so I'm just going to put my hand on his shoulder and I'm going to force him forward and go, look, just move forward and go and check the place out. And I'm going to hold him there. I'm going to hold it. What happens? Does he kind of like disintegrate into a million pieces?
No. Weirdly, as you sort of shove him forward in front of you, you suddenly feel yourself sort of picking him up and moving him back around. I can't do that. I can't shove my friend into a wall. Hang on a second. It's not a wall. What happened?
There's a mental
Muggsy,
effect as well.
did you do that? Did you do that?
Just
To say, I'm disappointed. I was kind of hoping that it would be a little bit like putting butter on a cat's paws and then pushing it off a table.
nice. Having never done that myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can't
I
force
shouldn't admit
Muggsy
that
in.
if I were you, given the fact that I think you could have been arrested for cruelty.
Yeah, we saw Chris. Elira saw it on YouTube.
It's
No,
the old axiom of basically a cat always lands on its feet, but a slice of
you
butter.
butter it. It just hangs in the air and spins.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No.
I've invented a perpetual motion machine.
Yeah.
Oh no, the cat's licking his paws. Thud.
You have to butter the back of the cat, and then yes, it just hovers over the ground and spins.
Spins.
Free energy, that would be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
Brings a new meaning to pussy power.
The thing that occurs to both of you is that there's no physical effect here for you. It's your own bodies that are making you react in this way when you get close to this
Right.
thing.
So,
So it's a mental effect, not a physical one.
if we had like a wheeled cart or something,
Shut up.
if we had a wheeled cart and we basically sat on a cart and someone shoved us, so we were just moving through this barrier without physically doing anything, then presumably we should go straight through, yeah? Because you're not walking, there's nothing you would do to turn the cart around physically.
So Muggsy, as he was being shoved towards this thing, felt himself resisting. but he also felt Reinhorn dragging him back at the same time.
Hmm.
And that's what each of you feels. As you walk towards it, it's almost like your mind just wavers, and then you suddenly turn away from this thing.
And what we need to do is we need to tie someone up, stick them on the car.
Throw them in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
run from a great distance, and catapult the
Hey,
wheelchair
John.
at the door.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
John, can I just whistle to myself with my eyes shut and take a couple of steps across it? Muggsy's not very
You close
wise.
your eyes, you whistle, and it doesn't work. Your body is just turning. You just find yourself facing back towards your companions.
Dang it. Okay.
Illyra,
But it doesn't work.
Tried walking backwards into it,
Yeah.
talking to somebody else.
Muggsy
That doesn't
moonwalks
work like that.
backwards.
Muggsy tries it. Muggsy tries it. All these. You're trying all these things out, but none of them seem to
Moonwalk
have
All right,
backwards.
here's an
Yeah.
idea. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
I know it's possible for someone to get inside a bag of holding. The air is limited, but you can get inside a bag
Yes.
of holding. Presumably,
Yes,
you can
that's
climb.
right. You can't open it from the inside, though, can you? Is that right?
You sure about? I don't know. Why not?
In the meantime,
Okay.
while he's looking that up,
I've got an idea.
And I'm
Go on, Christy.
basically then going to start madly tickling Muggsy so that he cannot contain himself. He's held up in a little ball, and I'm going to try and push him towards the door while he's giggling and laughing.
Again, everything you trying all these sorts of crazy
go on.
ideas, but none of them. Every time there's
Crazy
this
sounds so
physical
judgmental.
reaction. It's like something's taking it, almost reaching into your mind and forcing you away from this thing every single time. It's literally actually like you forget. It's like you forget that that's what you're doing, and you just go in the other direction.
Okay, I'm going to open up the bag of holding,
It's sort of memory plus misleading.
Okay.
and
so,
I'm going to look into. I'm going to look into the bag of holding, and I'm going to
Yep.
ask Muggsy if he could climb in it. I'm going to ask.
Muggsy can climb in the bag of holding, but you are going to need to take some crap out
I
of it
would
first. 'cause it's quite a line.
really rather not.
Here we go. So the ruling on the D&D Beyond forums is, for whatever it's worth to you, rules designer Jeremy Crawford has ruled that a bag of holding can be opened from the inside.
Perfect. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
If Jeremy Crawford said it, I'm fine.
Okay, I'll crawl in. I have no
I
idea
don't
what that
mind.
is.
I'm agnostic about that. And we do know that humans can go
Muggsy.
inside bags of holding, and they can breathe for a short period of time in a bag of holding.
Muggsy,
He tweeted
Just-
that, so someone tweeted him a question, he tweeted it back.
just,
Yeah.
just. I'll open the bag.
Yeah.
You can open it, but don't do it until I shout. Okay, we're going to try something. Illyra, do you have dimension door?
I believe.
So, if I take either Garvis or Delira and we teleport through to where the warehouse door is, hopefully we'll clear that barrier because it should circumnavigate that barrier. If you then use the spell, I can, I'll try it. And I'll tell them that I'll try it first and see what happens because I've got the bag of holding with my mace in it and Muggsy. Okay, so yeah.
Climbing inside the bag of holding.
So I'd like to hear the rest of their plan before I just jump in there. 'Cause if they're going to stand here
Okay.
all day, I'm not excited about this.
Don't worry about
Right,
it. It'll
so-
be fine.
So basically, if my spell works, Illyra's spell will also work, but we can only take one other person with us. There's 5 of us. You're the smallest person that we can put in the bag of holding. You'll be all right for breath. It will only take a small amount of time. Okay. If I cast the spell and it works, we will appear on the other side where the door is. As long as I can. If the door's open, I'll go inside the room with us. Okay. Then I'll open. No, it's back. No, he's gone. Then I'll open the bag of holding. You can jump out. Okay. And it's as simple as that. I'm just using the bag of holding for a transportation effect. That's it.
So my idea was Muggsy climbs in the bag of holding. We throw the bag of holding through past the barrier, and then Muggsy climbs out. So no spells required.
Sorry, can I just check? So the barrier
Yeah,
is
that's
not
it. Mostly
actually
jumps
at
down,
the
goes
door.
ta-da.
Hang on.
Just
So
like
the
that.
barrier's not actually at the door, it's in front of the door, is it?
It crashed.
About 10 foot away from the door?
I don't think there's a door as such. It's more of just an opening.
Hang on, let's wait for John to get fully back. Right.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's
So-
cool. All right, it's coming
Okay.
back. I'm just waiting for it to come up.
So there's some confusion over where the barrier is and where the door is.
Yes. There is, because in my mind, the barrier and the door are the same, almost the same thing. So to get
Not
through
quite,
the barrier,
no.
basically transport yourself past the door.
No, not quite. So, if you recall what I said before, and you probably
Yeah.
don't, and that's okay,
I don't.
is that there is a wide set of walls. In fact, what I'll do is I'll draw something.
We
on
do
just
this
so
from
you
time
get
to
a
time where
better
an
impression.
easy thing turns into an hour-long
So, first
discussion
of
about how
all,
we're going to get round
We've
it.
kind of got a couple of walls.
But we're still good.
Okay, that's not working. The colours are wrong. Let me make the colours a bit more obvious.
Wait, where are you drawing it?
Don't
Can't
worry,
see any.
I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw this on here just because it's a bit easier. All right. Okay, so we can imagine. Actually, these walls are further away, but that's fine. So those are the walls. You see those?
Yeah.
Round bits. Yeah. Okay. So then strung across in front of that, and I'm going to draw that in a different color because just to make it a bit easier. Choose that electric blue. So strung across in front of that is basically a wire, or actually a set of wires.
So I'm just moving this
like
out of the way.
this. Okay, yeah, that's fine, thank you. Okay, so basically what you've got is this is set more into the wall, so this is kind of further over from where you are, but I haven't really drawn that part of I didn't really draw that part of the map because if you remember, I was having problems with big maps. So what we've got here is you've got this wire that runs across the front, and then basically behind that, actually it also runs kind of round and joins up with the wall round here. Okay, it runs into the ones that are on the walls.
Okay, so
the ceiling and so forth.
how close can we get to that wire before we turn round?
Oh, you're within probably a couple of feet,
Right. Okay.
maybe even closer.
So
Whereabouts is the door?
throwing the bag on the other side is not going to work because we'd have to throw it through the wires. Unless there's a gap.
Right. Okay. Sorry, Pete. First, something about throwing through the wires. Say again.
So if we were to throw, if Muggsy was to climb into a bag of holding, I say
Yes.
climb, stroke, be forced into.
Once you get stuffed in the bag of holding, yeah.
Yeah. And then we threw the bag of holding onto the other side of the wires. We'd actually have to throw it through the wires, unless there's holes big enough that we could throw the bag.
Right. Remember, this wire is at ground level.
Yeah.
And it's about a foot off the ground. So basically, there's some pegs in the ground, and it's run along the ground.
Oh, I
It's
thought it
not
was
a web across the thing. No,
okay.
it's not.
Oh,
We've been over it. We've been over it before.
Right. Okay. So we could.
Yeah, you climbed over it before.
Right. Okay.
You
So
can
we
pick up a
climbed
bit of
over.
rock, just throw it. It just spins the other side. No problem at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that is.
As Laura points out, you've been there.
Right.
Yeah,
So
So
we have climbed over this bit a while before.
Yeah. That's where Jobin and the notes were found, and the bag of wire and pegs.
That's right.
Yep.
So something has changed to make us now not be able to get over this.
Well, when we climbed over it, we hadn't at that point turned
power.
on the.
No.
That's right.
Well, we hadn't also encountered exploding goopy things either, so there could be some
That's
residue.
also correct.
Why don't we try
That's the other. That's
Okay. What's the downside of us turning off the power?
We've already let the creature loose in the world. So, oh no, We turn off the power.
Will that not release the demons that we've put in the cage down the bottom?
No, because well,
They're demons.
maybe, but we know those aren't.
And that
those
is
wires aren't
separate.
attached to anything.
That is not attached to this mechanism. Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
we do know that.
Yeah, and we also know that the demon that was in that cage had probably been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Which was obviously before we connected the power. So
Yeah.
But before we turn the power off, I'll just take my shoes. I'll take my boots off and anything else that's covered in goop and hop over and see if that.
well, we know that Muggsy has cleaned himself.
Oh, that's true. He has. Hasn't he? Yeah, that's true.
Twice.
With his lots of
He's all shiny, and we've tried throwing him over the barrier, and it's not helped.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Have we tried throwing it up into the air, like sort of like a pole vaulter over the barrier? We tried.
So Dolores
Nice.
drifts off to a skin piece for some reason, and it doesn't work, unfortunately. And it stands there rather sheepishly and puts the clothes back on.
Yeah.
Wild shape, and then it's a convenient changing room.
I like that. Wild shape into a-
Okay, so we've got two options. We can either go to the control room, switch the power off, and then we can go back into here and we'll find the room in exactly the same state that it was before. Or we keep the power on, but we try and get across the barrier. If the door's open, I'm pretty certain that we can teleport in through the door as long as we can see past the door. It may
Right.
not work.
Stop a second. Oh, sorry,
Did we
carry
not-
on.
Did we not try opening
No,
the
hang
door?
on, Pete. Hold on, Pete. Let Rob speak.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Just hold on. Come back to you in a second. So, Rob, sorry, you said the door. What door do you mean?
Well, I'm assuming that the entrance to the warehouse, this one that we're in front of, has
Yeah.
a hangar door, or whether it's open, closed, I can't remember. But I'm assuming
Okay,
that
so
there would be a
basically,
door.
It's the side of the building. You likened it to, you thought it was like a hangar because it was a very large building.
Right.
Okay. What you basically got was you've got two walls on each side. You think there were probably some doors and other things. The ceiling has collapsed somewhat, but it's still well above your head. You think probably previously it was probably 50 feet high. Yeah. So this was a big building. It wasn't big enough. You don't think it would have been big enough to fit an airship in. Okay. Your immediate thought was hangar, but you think maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't have been big enough to fit an airship in because the airships would have been very tall because of the lifting
Okay.
bags and stuff that went on top.
So what you're saying is it's an
If you
open.
collapse those down, you could probably get one in.
So
But the two walls, you see where I've drawn the brown walls?
yeah.
That's how wide the building is. It's like a big ass warehouse. As I say, the ceiling's collapsed somewhat, but it's still well above you. Still good 20, 30 feet above your head.
So it's got an open entrance.
But it's basically open. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I don't have to worry about a door. That is the okay. So that's perfect. So that explains why they got the thing in. Now, because when we came last time, we found Matey's Jobin's book. Morn said about it, and we think that there's a tunnel in there. Yeah. Is that right, Morn?
Something. Yeah, it's gonna try and get through the rock falling warehouse 1. That's the last entry.
Right. So this is warehouse 1.
We assume.
Okay, so if we're assuming this is warehouse 1, that's the only reason for going in here, right? Is to try and clear out the rubble and to... So we've got two choices. Going back to our choices, the way that I see it is we either keep the power on, which may defend us if we can get across without switching the power off. Or we go and switch the power off, then go in and then remove as much rubble as we can whilst staying vigilant. I know which one I would prefer, but it's down to you guys. I would prefer to switch the power off so that we have more artillery should we need it. Don't waste spells unless we really have no option. What do you guys
I
think?
cut you off earlier. I do apologize.
That's all right.
What do you think?
I have a question. Why do we want to get into this warehouse? What's our purpose here? What, in actual fact, given that we have an exit through the workshop, why? What is keeping us here? What is our purpose in staying here at the moment?
Jobin was trying to get through there to somewhere. We don't know what or why. That's all we know.
We don't. Yes.
There must be a reason, but we don't know what the reason is.
Right.
What if? Could I just?
Sorry, let me just answer that one. Hang on a second. Sorry, Rob. Let me just answer that one. Puzzling it out a little bit, it looks like he was just trying to get out of here. He was trying to escape from this cave.
But we know how to get out.
Stuck in here. He didn't have a lot of food and water and stuff left. He was struggling. He was the only one left alive, and he was trying to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know that going into the warehouse is. I don't know what we're spending a lot of time trying to get into this warehouse. I don't know what's in there that we want.
Right. I totally agree with that. And we've come across another force field similar to the one down in Mushroom Room. Okay. So what if, because we've already been here, we know that the power has turned it on because we turned the power on. If we turn it off, do we think that the mushroom defense will also go down? Would we be able to go through the mushroom room? Try saying that when you're drunk at speed. And where would that take us? I think the mushroom room and the ship, okay, are our two unknowns at this point. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit scared about going over to the ship as we currently stand. I think we should bypass the ship as much as possible. So that literally leaves us with one option in my mind, which is to turn the power off and go down to the mushroom room. But that might cause problems in itself, and I can't think of any problem apart from Matey, who managed to escape because we let him out.
Or the doors.
But he's currently not there, so I don't know where he is. We can't trace him, can we? Can we sense him? Is there any way that we can sense this dude?
No.
Right, so in which case he might be up here hiding, laughing at us, and he might be waiting for us to do exactly what we're thinking of doing, which is to switch the power off. And I agree with Muggsy on this one. Yeah, we've let something out. We don't really want to release it out into the world. But if he can circumnavigate the barriers on his own, then it's a moot point. But we don't know.
I can try that.
Sorry, you can try what? Oh, divine sense. Okay.
But that's going to hit you with a lot of evil registers, mate. I don't know whether you can pinpoint.
Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say just one.
Yeah. But we know that there's a big dude in the ship, and all of those spirits are going to come up as evil. Well, maybe not. Mind you, I've never seen a nice.
The big dude in the ship. The big dude in the ship, as you put it, is behind title cover. Can't currently see it, right?
There we go.
Not at the moment. But
Do you want to use
that's.
divine sense?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay. Range 60 feet.
Just in case it's hanging around invisibly near a nearby.
No, that's a good thing to try. So you concentrate for a moment, but you don't get any hit.
Okay.
So are we then with that, Garvis? Are we then? And thank you for doing that sense. Are we then thinking that he's hiding somewhere outside of your reach, or do we think he's actually gone through the mushroom room, and he's managed to navigate past that barrier?
We don't know. We don't know. But I like the. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. We turn off the power. If that means we can get across this wire,
Hang on.
then we can basically go down to the mushroom and try the corridor.
We know that the dude that was in the cage downstairs couldn't get past these wire barriers. So therefore, the fact that we've turned these on and he's not managed to turn it off yet, he surely can't get out of these barriers that are all around the walls. He has no
Bear
way
in
out.
mind that before you, bear in mind, just add to that, before you came into here, you found yourselves. These demons have been here a long time. Yeah, they've been trapped in here for a long time. Yeah.
Yes.
So you've added some power, which is like turn the lights back on and so forth. But whatever is causing the demons to be kept in here, which as far as you are aware is this wiring, right? Now, the query is, you're not demons, right? But why is it having an effect on you where it didn't before? Is that because you turned the power on, or is there another reason?
Exactly.
That's fair enough. But you know that the demons were kept in here anyway. So even if you turn the power off,
They should still.
you would still expect them to stay here, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's try turning the power off, shall we?
And then go down to the mushroom room, because I think we've already been in here, haven't we? So there's not much apart from the excavation. So should we go straight down to the mushrooms?
It's going to take you longer to get. It's just going to take you longer to get downstairs than it is to just come over here and try this out. Whereas you can just get round here. I mean, literally, Delira can run round the other back of the ship, switch everything off, run back round.
Yep.
Yeah, or fly round.
I'll go and grab the cube.
Pick up. Pick up.
Okay.
Pick up your
Don't worry about moving. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
If anything were to happen that was negative, I would tell you. Yeah. So you nip round. Yeah. I mean, you guys see the lights on the building go out, so it goes dark. Pitch black in here again. That's okay. You can still see. And Delira comes tootling back.
Delira.
Delira comes back. Okay. Who's going to try it?
Hang on.
Got it.
Delira, did you bring back the power cube? Because you left one in there. Just don't leave it in there. Bring it back, because those things are rare and valuable.
Yes, I brought it. I've not recombined. Yeah, I've not recombined it with the rest of it, but I've got it. What's left of it? Yeah.
I'm assuming that you've got it with you. I'm assuming you're not going to leave it lying around.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'm not leaving that behind.
Let's make an assumption that you don't leave expensive things lying around. I mean, it's effectively priceless, right?
Yeah.
Never assume anything. You make an ass of you and me.
Yeah.
No, I am assuming as the DM that that's what you would do.
Yeah, but we're always going to screw something up, John.
Unless you tell me otherwise.
I've already been an ass tonight.
We as a group don't know necessarily what you have assumed we have done. So I think it's better to explicitly.
No, but that's why I said. That's why I said you were perfectly fine to raise it. But what I've said to you, or what I'm saying to you is, I'm going to assume you don't leave expensive things lying around.
Okay, so we're going in, yeah?
Well, you didn't tell me you picked it back up, so you left it three leagues ago. Yeah.
Can I hop over?
So we're going in then. Are we going in?
No,
We're not going
you
in.
can't.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Well, you can, Garvis, but you can't.
Right.
You can move your token, but no, it's the same effect.
Interesting.
So what has caused that then?
So, I mean, you're kind of thinking about that, and you know that Muggsy cleaned himself up. The rest of you, not so much, but Muggsy did clean himself up physically on the outside. But you spent a lot of time in kind of clouds of this goo and being affected by these things and being hit by them, and you're just
Pick Muggsy up and throw him over the wire. See if he goes over.
you can't do it.
We've already gone down this road. Already gone down this road.
Reinhold tried it. It doesn't work. You can't throw him over. You literally can't do it.
Even when I make graceful motions, it's
Right. Okay. So I see that we're trying to get Muggsy over the wire and what have you, and it's just not working. He's bouncing back still. Yeah. Right.
Really
so
thin wire. You're throwing Muggsy over it. Yeah.
Well, he can step over it, can't he? I mean, we can all step over it because we stepped over it once already, but we can't because we get turned round, right?
Yep.
So the power's gone down. Okay. Delira's come back with the power cube, so we know that there's no power in there whatsoever. Okay. We go and stand over the wire, and we get turned round, and we end up back where we were.
That's right.
Right, okay, so it's not the power thing. So what else has happened that's caused these barriers to come up? It's not us.
I have something else I'd like to try.
Yep.
I need the loo.
Okay, can we get out? Can we still get out via the workshop?
Do you want to go and try it?
Yes.
Okay. So you head back over to the workshop, and you walk into the workshop. You walked to the back of the workshop. You open the door into the back room. You step forward, and then you suddenly find yourself walking back out the door.
Ah, damn it.
That was my worry. Right, I'll go back to... Because we got in here, obviously, at the point where we could cross over these wires, and now we can't cross the wires, we can't get out through the workshop.
That's right.
Right.
It seems like it's comfort break time. If anybody else wants a comfort break as well,
Yeah.
we'll just hit pause for a minute.
Hit pause for a
Copy.
And I'm back. And we've gone to break. Woohoo! Okay, well, it's either that or everybody's gone to a secret room to discuss all on themselves. Right, Muggsy, what's been going on? Tell me.
Same thing as normal.
Nothing.
Overthinking, long planning, trying to solve a problem that's not really a
I've got a
problem,
chocolate peanut
arguing
biscuit
about
thing.
rules, worrying that the DM's against us, but there's not really. I just, you name it, it's our same thing. However,
Well, as long as we're having fun, I'm having the greatest of
Yeah.
fun.
that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Do, do, do. Do. Do, do, do.
Possibly not getting out of here without cutting that wire, are we?
Yeah, and so that was Muggsy's original thing is, look, we let this stupid thing loose. We can guess all day long whether or not it's still here and just hiding. But, you know,
couldn't
that
even-
would be
couldn't even
smart of
touch
it. But my assumption is it's gone. We already let it go. We screwed up.
Yeah.
So with that, let's just unpower this thing and get the heck out. We've got worlds to save.
Just
We're
mind, just bear in mind that the other thing was also a demon.
the other thing. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that you found that you the thing that you let out of the cage downstairs was also a
Gotcha.
demon, and you know that because of the mace, right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you know it was a demon, fiend, and so as a result of knowing it's a demon, you know it must still be trapped in here somewhere.
Right. So not wishing to step on anyone's toes, because I'm sure one of us learned individuals would have actually guessed this already. But something's changed that we haven't actually done. Okay, so it's not the power cube because we still can't get into a warehouse that we used to be able to get into. So that literally leaves us with one option, well, two options. Leave right now,
Hang
Or-
on, I think you missed this.
or we clear the evil that's still in the cavern.
Rob. So I think you'd gone to the loo. I went over to the warehouse. Garvis went over to the warehouse and tried to get out that way and couldn't.
The workshop.
Not the
Sorry, the workshop, not the warehouse. So
Workshop,
the way
right.
we came in, we now cannot leave.
Okay, so that still stands with what I've just said, which is we've now literally got one option. We're going to have to take on the spirits. We're going to have to take on the big fiend that's currently in total cover that we can't see at the moment because we can't see it. We're going to have to get rid of that so that we can then dismantle any armaments. Hopefully, and this is Reinhorn's thinking, hopefully we can actually find our creepo demo whilst we're doing all of the rest. Because Reinhardt's thinking mushroom rooms out of it, workshops out of the question, warehouse is out of the question, control room we can get in, and the centre where all the baddies are we can also get to because we're here. So literally we're going to have to nut up or shut up.
Have we decided to try going over the barrier now that we have depowered it and he is goop clear?
I don't know that it's he can't. Goop clear doesn't seem to help because he can't cross the barrier. Anyway.
He has tried.
He has tried. Yeah.
No, but that was when before we'd taken the power down. Now we've taken the power down.
Okay, Mugsy?
Sure. I'd jump over.
It's a simple turnaround if he can't do
you
it.
don't.
Right.
Ah, dang it.
The answer is no.
Okay, that's fine. As long as we've tried that.
Right.
I
Sorry,
agree.
just wanted to say.
I agree with Rob. I think we've got to take on the bad guys.
Let's do it.
Reinhorn.
Yes, sir.
Reinhorn. You can tell whether that thing is a fiend because you can whip out your mace and you can walk up to the side of the ship.
That's true.
And if it's a fiend, your mace will go off.
Well, that's another way of finding the demon we released. Just walk around with your mace until it goes off.
I'll actually just walk there because I think that is the front of the ship the bow or the stern?
The bow.
So I think I've covered much of the bow. Actually, I might go there because I know then that my thing's going past there because it's going up to here. I'm going to take the mace out. Right, so there's no response whatsoever, and I know that there was some spirit things here as well.
Yeah.
Actually, can I? I'm going to put the mace back in the bag, and I'm going to. As quietly as I can, get to there. Can I see anything? Oh, well, that's just answered my question. So there's some things there. Right, okay. So if I look up here, if I think I go there, I think my mace should cover that as well. So I'm going to go back up this side to hide everything. Whip out my mace. Does it pick up anything?
Doesn't wail.
So the ghosts aren't evil.
No, they're not fiends.
They're not fiends.
I think the mace only reacts to fiends. Is that right? It doesn't react to undead.
What does the mace's description say?
Yeah, it's fiend.
Okay, so undead and not fiends. It's not reacting, unsurprisingly. However, it should react to the guy we let loose from the cage.
Okay, so now.
Before.
Yeah, so now that I know that that's the case, I'm going to keep the mace out, okay? Do you want to take on the ghosties from the bow end, or do you want to go around the other side? It doesn't really bother me. We know we're going to get bloody with ectoplasm.
I don't think we can get in from the side apart from on the eastern side where the hole is.
So far, we know that if we don't get close to the ghosts, they don't react. Yeah?
How close do we need to go?
You're both really surprised at how thin this wire is that it keeps repelling you.
You keep telling us how thin the wire is. I don't know what we're supposed to take away from that.
No.
John you just keep drawing attention to it. I mean, apart from the fact that it's probably really thin and we could cut it quite easily or use a spell to cut it. But we don't want to do that because we'd let this demon loose. So I'm not quite sure why John keeps drawing attention to it.
Shall we clear the ghosts out first?
Can I do a check just to see if there's a perception or investigation of it, just while I'm stood next to it. See if I can determine
Check for
anything.
what? Just tell me what you're trying to think of.
I wonder if Mage
What were
Hand
you
can
thinking? Sorry.
long enough for us to basically scoot through and then Mage Hand back it together again. If Muggsy and I both Mage Hand it.
Well,
Maybe.
why don't
But again,
Here.
is our priority here to escape?
you guys are freaking killing me. John, try to use the portal capability that
Yeah.
I've got, and put a portal on the far side.
Okay.
So
Where are you putting the two portal ends?
So that's good. So what I'd like to do is set one. I suppose hang one in the air right in front of us, or does it have to be on a surface?
Has to be on a solid surface.
Okay.
So you just tell me where. You just tell me what
So
solid
if I
surface.
slap one on the ground right in front of us, and then
Yeah.
one on the ground on the other side, so that we hop in the hole and flop out the other side.
There.
Sure.
What I do? Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
I can't remember how many points that is, John. Sweet.
That is 6, I think, isn't it?
I think it is. I usually have this up so I can look at it. but
5, in fact.
5. Got it.
Mm.
Boom.
Oh yes.
My next thing was the vortex. warp.
Muggsy appears to be on the other side.
Okay, I wave at them as they're doing their whole thing, and then I do a magnificent bow.
Well done, Muggsy.
You're looking at Muggsy going, really? Yeah, but really?
I can hear from here Reinhorn's teeth grinding. This is awesome. Actually, that may not be Reinhorn.
The worst thing about it is to keep looking at Pete, because Pete's right in the middle on my screen, right? And Pete's looking at me like, really? He's got that look on his face like, really? Really, though? But really, Gosling, really?
I mean, I've got to say, for all the humour and everything, did I not come out with this idea fucking 45 friggin' minutes ago?
Yes, you did. But as I keep
We shouldn't
saying,
do it.
is our purpose to get to the other side of the wire to escape? Is that what we're doing? Or are we fighting the evil? I mean, what is
That's
our,
right.
what is our purpose here?
All right. So this is the one time I can do this, so that's fine. How long does it last, John?
Well, one time today.
It's not the one time you can do it. You can do it again.
Yeah, we could repeat that tomorrow.
Oh, then I'd jump in and come back over with my buddies and say, well, we got a way through.
Okay.
Now what?
It's
Well, at
good
least
to
we now know. Yeah, now we know that dimension door works. So at least we can get out through the workshop.
It's not a dimension door.
It's a portal.
It is. It's portal, not a dimension door. You can try dimension door.
So it's not through dimensions. Who knows? That wire may. Well, actually, we know that wire has to hit other dimensions if it's going to catch some of the incorporeal stuff. Well,
So
that's just
you have a
Muggsy's
solution. And remember, the other thing as well, Muggsy, is that I don't know if you've spent any other PowerPoints today.
Nope.
But you can always burn some hit points to gain PowerPoints. Don't
Roger.
forget that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. We're getting out no matter what. So, are we taking this thing on or not? Or at least trying to communicate with it or something? No?
I think, yeah,
Torn with indecision?
if we deal with everything in here, then then it makes our getting out easier. We don't have to worry about other things escaping, but yeah, it might be worth trying. It might be, I mean, I got a very bad feeling from the creature in the ship. It didn't look good. Having said that, Garvis had already done a check on it, hasn't he? Didn't you check to see what kind of level it was and all that? You got a bit of basic information about it, didn't you?
John, how can we approach the creature from where we're at now? Aside from
You would have
Garvis
to
flying
walk.
up there.
Realistically, you'd have to walk around the other side of the ship. I mean, you can get the ship is sitting at an angle. Okay, so the side that you've got near you is leant over slightly, but is quite tall and slab-like. And actually climbing it would be a bit of a pain because it's very smooth. Okay, but around the other side, the entire side is smashed open and it's leaning at an angle. So the deck is at an angle. And you could just walk around there and just literally, I mean, it's not even difficult terrain. You can basically just walk over the rubble and walk up and into the ship.
Let's frickin' do this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's at least go look and see, so we can see all these things.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is as soon as we get near to those, they start screaming, don't they?
They do.
Okay.
That's exactly.
At what distance? You said it was about 30 foot, yeah?
No. 10 feet.
Really? Oh, 10.
10 feet. Oh, perfect. That's better
10
than it was before.
So,
Okay, I can help with that.
Right, just hold on, Muggsy.
Okay.
I'm just going to put these in slots because I noticed that they're actually sitting.
Yeah, you
sitting
had them as
out of
artwork
slots,
or
so-
something. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that you're doing that. That implies something I don't
What
like.
do you mean? You mean lining them up for combat? Is that what?
Yeah.
I think as they're undead, we just send Reinhorn in because
Absolutely. Reinhorn can just
like
crush
mighty,
things.
mighty heroes that just crush undead with no problem at all.
Okay, seriously, are you walking up to one like that? Yeah.
So they've just stood there, transfixed in their agony.
Yeah.
So I'm not just prancing up. I'm going towards this thing cautiously and going, trying to examine it as best as I can as I get closer and closer to it.
So
5,
you can
10,
see the
15, 20.
the body below it. I'm going to just move that out of the way so you can. But I'm just going to move you out of the way as well.
Yep.
Okay. So you can see the body there on
Not
the ground.
really.
Okay.
I can't, but that's okay. I'll zoom in.
Okay.
I'll zoom in.
So it's just there. It's just right where I'm pointing. Okay. Yeah.
Broken up skeleton.
You see the remains of like a busted skeleton. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, it looks.
That's okay.
It looks to all the world like a. It looks like this one looks like a woman, dressed in a slightly archaic but fine fine enough clothes, and she has this empty, soulless look in her eyes. She's kind of lit somewhat at the top, but it sort of fades down to nothing at the legs, and literally the thing is just floating. And as soon as you get within 10 feet, this thing screams at you.
No, it doesn't.
At me or just screams?
It just screams. I mean, it screams at you, but
I move round.
Is there eye contact and it looks angry at me, or is it just screaming?
Well, it doesn't look angry. It just looks sad, and then its mouth opens and this scream comes out. So, can you make a Constitution save, please?
Ah, damn it!
DC 14.
Right. Yay! Ooh.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, it's piercing in your ears. It's like, oh, struth, but it doesn't get you. Okay, Reinhorn, what are you doing?
I'm going to turn undead. So this one, if I can see it, this one, that one.
Well, it's within 30 feet, isn't it, mate? So
Yeah,
it's
and
all
you've
ones
got
that
my
you've got within your. Yeah.
that I can see or hear.
So,
So if I can see this one, then that's fair game too. But if I can, I can see all of them. Right. Okay. So in that case, yeah. Now, if they fail, they're destroyed.
Not this one, because that's not within 30 feet, but the others are.
No, not that one, but that one. Okay. So so if they fail, they're destroyed. If they save, they bugger off.
Yep. And what's the...
That's assuming they can leave their bodies. We don't know what's going on here.
No, they're undead. They're undead.
They've been trapped here by this spell.
15. Wisdom saving throw 15.
Thank you.
I think that one is within 30 feet.
It depends on whether you're using the nice circle that he's drawn that's within 30 feet or the things. Yeah, I think you're right. That's fine. We'll do that one as well.
How come my circle's not right then? But yeah, okay, fair enough. An extra one.
Yeah. It's because it's centered from you, 30 feet out. It's a slightly odd thing, but yeah. Okay. So what did you say the save was, sorry?
Wisdom DC 15.
15.
All that's going on. Okay.
Right, they all failed,
Wow.
apart from
The one in front
the
of
one in front of
This
you.
one.
Nice.
That's what I was laughing. It's like, that's brilliant.
That's all good.
That's so brilliant.
So
Okay,
Reinhard,
so that's the first thing.
Out of existence.
Oh,
wow.
And so,
Yeah. I said we
Okay.
should say Reinhard.
Then I move up again.
yeah. Hang on a second. Now we need to make initiative checks.
Ah,
Ah,
actual initiative for this time.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Let's roll them bones, folks. Let's roll them bones. Get rid of that. That's not taking part in the. Okay. All right. It's all gone wrong.
when do you get your destroy undead, Pete?
Long time from now.
Do you want me to
Get my
teach you?
next level.
You get yours next level.
Well, the thing is, I'm only like a level 2 paladin, so you know it's
Same. I'm a level 3 paladin, so that works out.
Just a level 3 pal.
I did. Yes.
just rounding out all those abilities.
Just give me a second, guys.
Oh, that's cool. Ah. Ye gads. All right.
Righty.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So, discretion is the better part of valor,
Mugsy.
which is not something you would expect to hear from Muggsy. But so I see this thing go from I'm twitchy as all get out as I'm moving towards this creature anyway, examining it.
Mhm.
And then when Reinhorn pops all the other creatures out and this one starts, you can see its muscles are starting to twitch. I immediately spring away from this thing. A little bit like, when you see a young guinea pig popcorn, but I I'm going to shoulder roll back over here and come up to a knee and have my bow ready. And I'm going to ready the action. To the next person that attacks this thing, I'll put an arrow in it as well, with hope that that'll help with the roll because it'll be a sneak attack. See what I mean?
So you're going to attack this once it is attacked by someone else.
Yes.
So as soon as they go to attack it, you'll attack it back. You'll also shoot it.
Actually, no. If it steps within 5 feet of any of my friends, I will shoot it.
Okay.
Is that stated well enough?
Yeah. Just bear in mind, he's just turned a bunch of undead, and you know this one was probably covered by it as well.
Yep.
And you've seen him do that before, and you're aware of that. That means it's probably going to run away.
I hope so.
Okay. All right. There is this haunting howl comes from around the corner.
Hmm.
And out the side of the ship,
Oh boy.
floating out the side of the ship, comes this being.
Oh boy.
And it floats over to here. And it attacks you, Reinhorn.
Egad.
It's some kind of, okay. Give me a second.
Gee, I really misstated my ready to action. Damn it all.
That's why I kind of.
Yeah,
tried
that's
to
good.
give you
No,
a
that's
bit of a-
that's good.
Yeah.
Mara, attune.
Okay. It is basically this roiling cloud of fog. But the feeling with these glowing, bright, kind of yellow-white eyes, and this visage that's like a well, I mean, it's like the most corrupted dead you can imagine. It's got a helmet on its head. It's carrying a massive glaive, a spectral glaive, and
That's got reach.
it comes at you, and you just feel it. I mean, all of you just feel the malevolence of this thing. It is scary as, and it comes over, and it hits you.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
19.
My lovely chum. Okay, it hits you, and it does.
Hang on. Sorry. I might try something there. No. I'm going to use Come to Me.
Oh.
Come to me.
And the two ladies standing next to you say, "Oh no!"
That's from the helmet, right?
Yeah.
Muggsy's saying, "That's awesome."
Go to him! Go to him!
That worked.
That's right. No, not over here, mate. Come on. Okay. All right. If an enemy makes a melee attack against an ally within 20 feet of you that you can see, pull the enemy in a straight line to you until they are in one of your threatened squares. The enemy gets a strength save to stay put. Target is 10 plus your wisdom modifier plus a proficiency bonus. You need to tell me what that is. Movement does not provoke opportunity attacks, and the movement ends if there are obstacles in the way, such as walls or pits. Enemy may continue its turn once it has moved.
Yeah, proficiency bonus is +4. Wisdom
Proficiency bonus is
+1.
+4. That's 15.
15, yeah.
So that is a DC 15 strength save that he gets to make, yeah?
It is, yes.
I think the square it winds up in is right in front of Delira.
Yeah, right.
I'm dressed
Oh,
again. I'm dressed again.
sorry. Sorry, my apologies. I don't have enough points. I can't do it.
You don't want to burn
realised
hit points
I'd
then.
No, I'd already used. No, this was from the helm, isn't it? So
Yeah.
different.
Oh, of course, yes. Sorry, because you already used the helm, didn't you?
I
You don't
used
have enough
one.
helm points left.
That's 4 points.
Way too many points to track of. No.
Yeah,
Helm
sorry. That's what
Yeah.
computers are good at, and unfortunately I can't make the computer do it, which is really annoying.
Yeah, no, that's it. Sorry, apologies.
All right. Okay, that's not happening then. Okay, no problem. All right. So if you could, so that hits you, Reinhorn. And can you?
The answer is no, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Go on.
Take 17 points of necrotic damage, please. And can you make a Constitution save, DC 14, please?
You can do that. You can do it. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh, no.
Nope. Okay, so your hit point maximum is reduced by 17 as well.
Not another one of those bastards.
Okay. Well, I mean, technically, I'm at full hit points.
That's true.
Yep, I'm fine. I've still got I'm slightly got slightly less than Illyria, so I'm not going to gloat.
Ooh, that hurt.
Delira.
Oxy, you and I might have to have a chat about that amulet that you're wearing, which gives you extra hit points.
Nope. Get away with that.
Oh, hang on a second. Isn't Muggsy wearing 2 amulets?
Yes, because he can.
I've got.
Because you got the one from.
Here we go. Attunement. I have an amulet of health. Oh, I do have 2 amulets. That's interesting.
But you can. Yes, you can. Because we discussed this around about 4 weeks ago. And yes, you can. And you can be attuned to 2 at the same time.
Got it.
Remember what we said was that it's only things that take up like a very particular space. Like, for example, you couldn't wear 2 sets of armor.
I have 2 shields. Yeah, got it.
Or have 2 shields or whatever.
Got it.
But if you're attuning to items, it's the attunement that blocks you. So you can wear like 2 necklaces. I mean, the Pig's Moon amulet is actually quite small and dinky. So you can wear that with the other amulet. The old thing of you can only wear one of these things at a time is gone because you've got the attunement limit.
Yeah.
It's like rings. You can wear 10 rings if you want. You can wear 20 rings. You might tinkle a bit and you might find a bit of problems with dexterity, but you can wear 20 rings, but you can only attune to 3 of them at a time, which is where the limits come in. It's quite a clever thing, 5e, really. It doesn't worry about those kind of slot-like things.
Yeah. But I am recording your hit point usage, Muggsy, so if you don't even get close to death, then we might need to talk about taking that amulet off you. Especially if I'm going up front to take the hits.
Hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Lyra, before you cast that spell, when you cast this spell, you can direct the vine to lash out at a creature within 30 feet of it that you can see. Okay, just bear in mind that this thing is incorporeal. You can clearly see it's basically like a bowl of roiling fog, and you're not sure whether that's going to be effective or not.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if that would be an issue.
Because I assume that the reason you're putting it in the VTT was to ask me that question, right?
Yes. Indeed. Indeed.
It's going to work.
God, I would have thought it would have worked. I mean, it's a spell. It's magic. But, okay. Well, technically, it's not. It's nature, isn't it?
Let's do. Where was it gone? I've lost it. Let's do this. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I've lost the spell. Confusion.
Good question. You're going to say, well, it's magical anyway, so it should just work, right?
Well, you would have thought so, but there again, it's also nature, isn't it? Because it's a grasping vine, so maybe not. That's the problem, isn't it? It's like it's a spell, so it should be fine, but it's a nature.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's like so a regular sword won't.
Yeah, but a magic sword will.
But a plus one
So
sword.
magic vines versus regular vines. That's a good
It-
question.
yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
So,
I would say the same as John, which I don't know whether it would actually work because you're conjuring a natural vine
You know
to
what?
grasp.
I think there's a problem here, right? Which is that it spells, as you say, a spell's either got to work or it's not going to work, right?
It's horrible.
So unless something like, so for example, if what you're doing is you're conjuring a wall, right? Literally, like a brick wall appears in the middle of nowhere. The thing can pass through it because it's ethereal. But this is, as you say, is a spell. So I actually think probably I'm being too harsh, and I think maybe your grasping vine should work.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
well, if it
do you
works,
want to do grasping vine?
yeah, if that works, I'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I was
Wait,
gonna
so you're going to put it down here?
yeah, one in the bottom. One in front of the
So John, by that logic, when Rob is conjured into a giant ape, he's a magic giant ape and therefore can attack magical things.
No.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I was just trying to see where
Nice
the
idea,
end of the
but yeah,
canon
no.
piece.
My
Yeah.
summons count as magical because of the druid thing, but so they do count. But yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, they do.
yeah if I do,
Sorry, you wanted it
2 squares in front
there?
of the yeah.
Oh, so not there then.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, there. Yeah.
And then I'll
Okay,
try and pull that thing in. If
Go
we
for it.
can. Where's it?
Dexterity saving throw of DC
15.
15. Dexterity saving throw of DC 15. Which it aces.
But it doesn't. It lasts for a minute, so I've got more chances.
Thanks, Pete. That's the summary, isn't it? Yep. Okay. So, does that do it any damage though?
No, it's just a crowd control thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Speaking of damage, I will chuck a because that's a bonus action. I'll use a cantrip action to produce flame at it.
Okay.
Nice.
20, nice.
And the critical as well. So that's 26 points of fire damage. Yeah. Okay. Which doesn't do as much damage as you were expecting.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's nowhere near as effective as you expected it to be.
Well, the fire didn't do so well.
Well, no, I think it's spells
It's
and
incorporeal, yeah.
Everything is going to be ineffective or not as effective.
So, corporeal spells and effects that do not cause damage only have a 50% chance of affecting an incorporeal creature.
Okay.
So this is a corporeal spell. So it's a 50-50 chance. But as it happened, it made it save anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the thing. This is the annoying thing. It's just like corporeal spell. So what's a corporeal spell?
corporeal spell is something that manifests something physical.
Okay.
Yeah?
So a magic missile would not be?
A magic missile is not.
Magic missile is a force spell.
Sorry?
A sentence right at the end. Force spells and effects, such as from a magic missile, affect an incorporeal creature normally.
That,
There you go.
see, they've written it in there.
Yeah. So the vine is not it's a physical vine. Literally a vine sprouts.
corporeal. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it says. So it's a corporeal spell.
Yeah.
And there would be others as well that would be like that. It's different with like if you conjure a fae, because the fae.
It says corporeal spells and effects that do not cause damage. Now, the vine is an
Corporeal
effect.
spells and effects that do not cause damage. And this is a corporeal spell that does not cause damage.
The vine does.
The vine does not cause damage.
Yeah, it does. It whips out and.
No, it pulls. No,
It doesn't.
It
Thorn Whip.
just
Yeah, Thorn Whip does, but Grasping Vine is a control.
Oh, okay, yeah.
pulls it in.
So
Yeah.
50% chance, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm glad we cleared that one up anyway. Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, it is. We get better at this game every day. I've only been playing it for 2 years.
Was our first
Right. I don't think it is, but
No, it's not. But it is at this level.
no, lycanthropic attacks are not, no. Right, Reinhorn.
Yes, sir.
Sure go.
My go. Okay, I didn't describe how I got rid of the things last time, but yeah, you guys know that I flick the coin up in the air. The coin's still spinning because it's there, and basically I'm going to do my bonus action first, which is to summon my spirit weapon, and I'm going to pop it just there. And then I'm going to get it to hit this because it's a magic spirit weapon.
Right, I'm just going to put it on the board.
Yep.
And I'm going to let you
Nah, you can do it. It's fine.
move it to wherever you want it.
Okay. Well, I'll roll the
I mean, I
damage
can't
whilst I'm
find
doing
you.
that.
Oh, there you go. It's right at the top. Okay. There you go. Move it to wherever you want, mate.
And it missed.
Missed.
Put it in between the ladies and it, just because it gives it something that a reason not to go their direction. Just that's my thought, Rob.
It's above
Sorry,
them.
did you roll 14 to hit? Is that right?
Yeah, 14 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
Okay, in that case, it takes 13 points of force damage. And then what I'm thinking is, because I've got a funny feeling this is not going to be turned or obliterated, so I'm not going to do that. So, how's it looking? Who's next? After me.
Evil and nasty, mate. That's how it's looking. Garvis.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, knowing that Garvis is up next.
Garvis, don't move.
Right. So.
I said. No, Reinhorn said, "Who's next?"
Oh,
Or
sorry.
he said Garvis. Yeah,
Right.
sorry. Yeah, it wasn't clear.
Right. Do I think Guiding Bolt is going to work on it because it is radiant damage and it's an evocation and it is a AC
Yes.
attack.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm going to do the smart thing and give Garvis advantage on his next roll. 18 to hit, so that's 26 to hit. For 18 points
hits
of
and
yeah,
18 points of radiant damage.
yeah, and then the mace comes out
You'll
because
notice
I can do
both
that.
The force damage and the radiant damage do seem to have the right impact.
Okay. So the mace is out. It's going to go squealy, squealy, squealy. And what's happened to Discord? Oh, now I'm back again. So,
When he gets mad.
so I don't know what happened. My computer's been doing weird shit all night, but there you go. So after I've cast the guiding bolt, so I know that Garvis has now got advantage on his next attack, okay, or the person who's coming after me. I'm going to whip my, I'm going to get my mace out of the bag, and I'm going to basically get ready to whack it when it's my next go. I'm going to stand my ground though.
Yep.
I'm not going to move.
Okay. All right.
I wonder why that did actually just bug out.
Sorry?
These are such-
Wondering why my camera and Discord actually reset. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Discord died completely. And I had to restart it, so no idea why, but there we are. Okay. These things have acted.
Where'd that ghost go? Ran away.
Over there.
Top left.
Yeah.
It ran away because it was turned.
Yeah. Yeah. Not destroyed, but turned. Yeah.
Not destroyed, but turned. Okay. Right. Garvis. Booyah.
Going to move up there. And I'm going to. Let's see, I think I can decide that afterwards. Yeah, so I'm going to attack it with my magical battle axe.
Okay.
With advantage, I believe.
It is with advantage.
That's right. Not that you need that.
Well, you might get critical, which you didn't.
That's true. Which you didn't, so it's fine. I'll take the first damage, which is 10 points.
Yeah, sorry, did I? Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to use, because that hit, I'm going to use goading attack.
Nice.
Okay.
So DC 16 wisdom saving throw, please.
DC 16 wisdom saving throw. It made it.
Okay.
It was successful.
But I do get to add an extra D8. 2 damage.
2 more points of damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
And then a regular attack, I believe, at this point.
Okay. That is that's a hit. That is a hit.
Nice.
6 points of damage, yeah?
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's got a very low armor class. On the other hand, it
Huge
only
amounts
takes
of health.
most of that stuff. Yeah. Half to no damage. And that's it.
Very good. Illyra?
Am I right in saying I can't see it from where I'm currently stood?
Can see it.
Oh, I can see it from here.
Yeah,
Lovely.
clearly. Yep.
In which case,
The ground here is ridged up, but it's not so high that you can't see over it.
cookie. I am going to.
At the back end, it's deeper, but where you are at the front here, it's probably a couple of feet high.
I'm going to do that then.
Go for it.
Thunder.
It's thunder damage, huh?
Hmm.
AC 17 dex save or half damage, is that right? Failed its save, so 21. That's fireball.
What?
That's fireball.
What?
So,
Yeah, it did say that. Well,
Oh yeah, it says fireball damage.
stupid bloody thing. It popped down on me,
Yeah.
and then it just suddenly reappeared, and I hit the cast on thingy, and I didn't realise it was doing the wrong one.
Picnic.
So let me
Picnic.
try that again. Stop fucking thingy, bastard machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very. When pages.
There you go. That's more like it. Still a DC 17 dex save, which you failed. Sorry, no, Constitution save. Okay, different one.
Save. Different one.
Yeah, need to make a con save then, which it succeeded at.
Oh, fuck it.
Standard damage is 17 points, so that's halved. Okay. All right. You done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back to Muggsy. Muggsy, do you want to
All right.
have your go?
Yep. I want to have a go. I mean, I've wasted that. So I'll take the
A
shot.
critical time, Cash. Critical.
It's a magical arrow. It's not.
We've got
nothing
a,
or anything like that.
We've got a ghost here.
Well, isn't it?
It is
We're
magical
fighting
arrow.
a ghost,
That's cool.
So I will
and
take
it's
that
already
shot,
damaged me for
and I will
shitloads.
freaking actually.
That should hit.
It's a hit.
That should, yay.
Strangely enough,
it's armor class is low. Remember,
that is true.
it looks big and scary, but its armor class is low, and it disappears
Once
with a
again.
croaking scream. It fades from view.
Garbage can get the arrow for me. I'm going to use that one again.
So,
Sorry. can I do
unfortunately,
one for
on
you?
a Tuesday night,
Get that
Cash.
arrow I just shot. I'd like to keep that
No,
one.
it's fine, mate. It's fine, mate. So on a Tuesday night, there's no real mouse cursors or anything. So, yeah. So it had the same effect.
But at least you can,
But
you can mount it
yeah.
above the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
But everybody
it's
else
there
saw it
for-
as well. So this will be good. Let's see if we can do
Also stood there
something else.
waiting for
Hang on a
for the
second.
other spirits to attack
Let's see if
you
we
or
can
do something, and they
do-
don't. They simply don't. They just
Okay.
sort of hang there in the air,
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
and you're all breathing, and you're just waiting and waiting.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go.
Okay, that's a good idea, Gar. Okay, that's a good idea, Garvis.
Do you like that one, Cash?
So time is starting to pass. Is there anything you guys particularly want to do right at this moment in time?
I was just going to have a look at this at the helm. I'm assuming that's the helm.
Is the helm? Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like panels and controls and levers and other things that are clearly for running this thing. The weird thing is, when you look at these, some of these look somewhat slightly familiar, and they bring to mind some of the controls that you had in that
Shed.
balloon.
Shed.
Ah,
The balloon's controls were much more primitive,
Oh, yeah.
much simpler, but they were sort of similarly styled and built.
Yeah. Okay.
Reinhorn, can you just stop moving for a second, please, mate?
uh-oh. You're dead, Reinhorn. Darn it.
No, I'm not dead.
Not yet. Good. Grab this vine and try and knock it down.
I got asked if I was going to do anything, so I was going to say yes after Garvis had looked over the thing.
All right. So you guys all see, well, Muggsy and Garvis, in fact, all of you see this. You just see 8 of these things pop, literally just kind of pop back into existence around Reinhorn. And then they all simultaneously see Reinhorn, their faces contort, and they all scream at him.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Reinhorn,
Oh no.
you
Yes.
need to make you need to make some saving throws, my good man.
Do
Okay.
it.
DC 14 Constitution saves.
How many?
Ooh.
Well, hang on a second. You actually only need to make one, but not DC 14. Because that makes my life easier if we do it this way around.
Failed.
Well, it's failed anyway. Okay. All right. This screaming just pierces you. I mean, you see him kind of go into a little heap on the floor. Yeah. You are stunned.
Mhm.
Just trying to load the tab up. It's going really, really well. For some reason, everything's on a bit of a go slow tonight, but there we are.
Egads.
So, a stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saves, and attack rolls against you have advantage. Muggsy, you're really very uncomfortable standing next to this thing. What do you
Yeah, I
want to
am. Sort of the same thing as last time.
I'm going to keep the initiative order that we had before.
Okay, fair enough. So what I'm going to do, because I want to keep a line to Reinhorn, I pop here, and then I'm going to launch an arrow at this one to try and give Reinhorn a path out if he needs. At least that's the thought that Muggsy has.
Well,
he doesn't.
Hang on,
Well,
no.
I mean, he seems
Don't do
like
that.
he can't move very much.
Because
Done.
because I thought that we were out of initiative because something happened and the thingy went, and then both Muggsy and Garvis both moved. So unless they've got a readied action, in which case I would like to ask what that ready action would be, bearing in mind where Muggsy was, then I would like to know how I could not move, cast my turn undead before I got surrounded. Just a little technical,
Okay.
but
Okay,
that's the
so
only
here's
way
what
that I can
happened.
see it. Okay. Now, if we were in
All right,
initiative
so here's-
order, I have not moved yet. Because it wasn't my go.
Here's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Combat ended.
Mm-hmm.
Muggsy and Garvis moved forward
Mm-hmm.
to start the process of
Mm-hmm.
looking around their ship. Garvis came
Yeah.
in, we had a conversation about the controls of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
how to initiate. Then the things surrounded you, they literally popped into existence and screamed at you. You failed your saving throw, and you were stunned by their screams.
Okay. I have no issues
Took
with
any
that.
damage, just stunned.
What? But
Okay. What
okay,
I
I
did
have.
was I allowed Muggsy and Garvers to have effectively, could call it a surprise round action, if you want to call it that. Yeah? I allowed them to have an immediate reaction to what happened to you. In other words, oh crap, and back up. Right? And then I said, okay, we're into initiative orders. Now, if you want to roll initiative at this point, that's fine, we can do that. But what I tried to do what I tried to do was I tried to stop the not worry about it too much and just say, well, shall we carry on using the initiatives from before rather than making you roll them again? But I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there anyway because it's 20 past. So my apologies, guys, I've run over.
Right.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So that answers, but it doesn't answer how they materialized when I moved to cast something. I put myself in position ready for when you finish with Pete and Muggsy. Sorry,
Yeah,
with Garvis and
you literally
Muggsy.
stood there ready to cast your spell, and the ones that you had previously destroyed reappeared around you. They were not, any of the others didn't move. They literally popped back in view you and screamed at you, surrounding you and screamed at you.
I gotta say, creatures
How can
we
that
can't
be?
kill, they get real old, real fast.
Yes, if something is destroyed, they are destroyed.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware. I might be wrong. I honestly don't know.
Hey, but then you see this, if this is something
Wait,
that's
guys,
both ways,
Guys,
if all-
we don't know what's going on in this building with the wires and the stuff. We have no idea if things are really, if they're destroyed, if they're moved away, or if they're stuck here. Just like these spirits are stuck here. I don't have any problem with it. It's just part of the game.
Well, as Christine pointed out, you know, maybe the same works for
this
us.
should work. Yeah.
If we die,
What
we
works for
just
the goose should work
Yeah.
again.
we just
One of us dies.
pop back in.
Absolutely. We might well be stuck here.
Yeah.
I'm not testing that thing. I'm not volunteering to test that.
You know what? I don't think I want to test it either. But you know, hey, you know, it's a theory.
Hey, Mugsy,
This theory that I have.
Yeah, I've heard this before. I've
Just,
heard this before.
take a look at this axe for a second.
Exactly.
Okay, so by the sounds of it then, John, irrespective of whether I moved or not, I would have got surrounded by 3, 6, 7 critters. 7 ghosts.
That's right. Yeah.
Irrespective of whether I moved or not.
Yep.
Okay.
They don't like you. You dismissed them. You.
Got it.
Mm.
Cool. John, thanks again.
Right.
Yep, no worries.
And,
Okay.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Tomorrow night.
Laters.
We'll see you tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
we'll jump on
and,
tomorrow.
and honestly, Martin,
then.
if you feel like jumping on for a second, feel free. You're easily welcome.
Right, guys. Yeah, I think that's slightly shit, but there you go. GM always rules. So not going to fuck about. I'm fucked. So it is what it is. Yeah. We'll be streaming again tomorrow on GM of Wonders for Blades in the Dark. Next Tuesday for the continuation of Shaft Reinhorn up the arse. Yeah, basically. So, awesomes. Till then, have a good one. See you on Friday for the next stream from myself. Good night and take care.